Check the mic. You know what I'm saying? Testicles 1, 2. Testicles 1, 2. Is this mic live? Is this mic live? Yo, what's going on, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever, whenever you listening to this joint, man. Welcome to Get Your Bars Off podcast. It's your boy Arri Starks with my boy Loso, Gino. Hopefully this boy Joe come on, but you already know, working man. And Sue is somewhere taking a shit or something. We don't know, but they'll be here shortly. But in the meantime, between time, man. Welcome back, man. We back. A lot of stuff has happened. Excuse me, Pepsi. A lot of stuff happened this weekend from music, wrestling, battle rap, and those are things we're going to be talking about tonight and then some. But let's start with the album of the weekend, Certified Lover Boy. Man. I mean, we talked about this a lot in the last joint, and for just expectations, and we got what we got, and it was more than just this little picture. Fuck all of the little baby me. It was way more to this album than that. But let's get into it. Gino, I see you was ready to go off, bro. What's up?
Ooh. All right, listening to it a couple times through, and it's CLB's fire album. What's good?
What up?
It's a fire album, but it's not better. I mean, it's not better than Hermes. Hitler Wears Hermes 8. I'm not even front on that. But
I'm not mad at that.
It was a good ass album. Him and Future did some great shit together, as expected. Into Deep. Wow, fire. Wow.
Yo, that shit go crazy at night.
It's not even that. The breakdown is crazy because the breakdown is the one you want.
Oh, so you're talking about the Future part?
Yeah, Future killed that shit.
He did because I said that Future wouldn't be able to really like flow how he really is able to on that first part. He needed to up the tempo on the second part.
Nah,
that's his safe space.
Yo, like I was telling you, Loso, it gave me that What a Time to Be Alive vibe.
Yo, I got a hot take about this album.
That's still my shit.
I got a hot take about this album. I was telling Gino off cam. Let me get this off, man, because it might be true. This is
with one of your exes. This shit
might
be true.
This shit is the adult version of Nothing Was the Same to Me, and I'm gonna explain why. Nothing Was the Same to Me is his best rapping album. It is his best rapping album. Nothing Was the Same. That's to me. He does that. He gets in that bag in this album. It's the production that's a lot cleaner than Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing Was the Same. I feel is a more memorable album than this. But then
it is. This still is at the bottom. This album doesn't even crack the top 5 to me. It's a very good album, but it doesn't crack the top 5 Drake albums to me personally.
Well, I think it depends on your era of Drake, what you got. Because if you came in at Drake around So far
gone, bro.
So far gone.
Comeback season.
If you got into him when he was like still Houston, Atlanta, Vegas Drake, then you have a very different perspective of him because you essentially grew up with him.
Yeah,
you came in at Drake when it was, if you're reading this
for improvement.
If you're reading this, it's too late. That makes
it better. Further.
If you catch Drake,
because I didn't rock with Drake that much until I believe Take Care was out. When Take Care came out, that's when I started rocking with him. Because I thought he was corny for the longest of time.
I didn't think he was corny. I thought he was skilled, but I wasn't like I wouldn't say.
I used to watch Degrassi, so I know him a different way.
I didn't watch Degrassi, so I knew him.
I did.
I knew once I found out he was on Degrassi, it was like he can't talk certain hood shit to me. That's dope. It's like,
that was pretty much it, though.
That the rich white kids are watching when I was growing up. Oh, I don't give a fuck about this, and fuck you too. So anyway, like he made the music he made though was like I remember. Like the thing is, like Drake and I think we're close, like super close in age. Like I think a year or two apart, if that.
But he's in his 30s. I know that.
So like Drake, when he was doing his music, like when he was coming out doing shit, it's like, oh, I'm literally living similar life experiences. So hearing this album is like, okay, all right, cool. I'm on a different.
That's what I like about his music. It's hella relatable, like hella relationship shit, X shit. Like it's hella relatable shit.
Oh, now I don't listen to Drake for relatable shit now. I'm done with that shit. Like,
man, when it comes to relationships and shit, Drake always hits the nail on the head. Pipe Down is one of those songs. Pipe Down is we've all been there. We've all been there with the girl that
I was listening to him. Like sonically, he reached deep into his bag. Each song reminds you of songs from other albums.
That's why I think that was the point of this one. I feel like it was like a culmination of all my different sounds. If you really listen to a lot of things he talked about on this album, he talks about imitation. Imitation is a form of flattery and such like that. So I think he didn't really want to either. He wanted to show his versatility. That's like, this is something you really can't copy. You may take one piece of my era or one sound that I've done, but that's so much to me that you really can't.
The one thing I was surprised, and maybe I didn't catch it. Maybe I can't recall off the top of my head, but we didn't get no heavy like UK drill flow Drake.
Fountains is the closest.
No, you said UK drill.
The guy, maybe
like Mansdom. You didn't get Mansdom?
Yeah,
no, we got Galsdom.
We got Galsdom.
He was gonna pull out.
No Galchester. You didn't get no Galchester.
No, I will say though, the Mountains record. No, that's not right. Fountains record is good though. I like Tim's. It's a
I don't think this
record.
Are we gonna compare it to the elephant in the room, Donda? It's leaps and bounds ahead.
All right, let's
hold on. I just want to explain this part. Leaps and bounds far ahead as far as this is replayable music, in the sense like I can put this on any track and let it play and continue doing what I'm doing and vibe out to.
What do you want?
Going off of like literally doing exactly what you just said with Donda.
Nick, shaking.
It ran pretty smooth for me. Like doing that and just letting songs just rock. I started to find more songs that I liked. Other than, like I said, step away from analyzing the album and just listening to the album. And I found a lot of songs on Donda that I liked. Same with CLB. Like I said, you just throw it on, it's a vibe. And that's one thing I've been trying to say, like, and we're gonna get back to it, like I said, the review of the CLB, but once he's lost, you know, I always say this: comparison is a theft of joy, especially when two artists are kind of like different in their sounds, because like we're not able to really sit back and just appreciate that we're having a good year of music post COVID right now. We're not post, you know what I mean?
The like big boys are dropping
music.
While I agree with you in the sense that this is comparisons of depth of joy, I think in this essence, it needed to be compared because of the level of competition that they both presented. And the fact that both of them were sending shots across the aisle towards each other. And the fact that the huge marketing just around the album releases alone.
No, I'll give you that.
So that comparison isn't an unwarranted comparison, in my opinion. It's not like I'm saying like, okay, yo, let me compare this to a random Jay-Z album or something, you know?
No, I know. I see why they can be compared, but when I just think of like what the sounds is on here, what their end goals, I guess, for their albums were. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like with CLB, this was more so like I'm addressing my haters. I'm getting back to the meat and potatoes of what makes what people love me for. I'm getting with a lot of my guys that we make hits with. You know what I'm saying? Just getting to the kind of typical Drake, you know what I'm saying, bag that makes them good. But
out of 10, what do you give it? Out of 10, let's get that out.
Let's finish talking about it. We ain't really even dive into it.
Nah, because with the rating, we can kind of gauge where we at with it as far as like the album.
I can't rate it yet though. We only had it for a couple days.
I can gauge where you kind of at with it, because if you give it an 8,
you can't. 7. No, you can't. Not off of only 3 days of it being released.
I'll be real. From what I've heard, I have to agree with Arri. I can't really gauge it yet, and it's off the strength that while I've listened to it, I haven't gotten time. Like nothing was the same. I remember listening to the album the first time and being like, all right, this is a heat album. It's okay. This is good. It got some shit. Whatever. Riding the train, going back and forth to school, and just bumping it.
It had to go on
a certain rotation, and it's just like, yo.
Yeah. It had to go on you.
Songs, so it was just like, yo, okay, this beat. Mm-hmm. I skipped over this. I know there's a beat breakdown over this. Okay. All right, whatever. Donda. By now, I'm ready. Like, okay, let me just give this an hour solid listen. 2-hour break.
That's like, the problem. Donda's too long.
And then like I'm listening to it and it's like, yo, these tracks are very skippable. and I'm listening to the songs, and after them, I'm feeling very dissatisfied.
Like even Drake is 21 songs, but even out of that 21, you can rock with at least a good 10, 11, 12, down to 28. I rock maybe with 4.
Better than me. So, but back to CLB. I think CLB is organizationally wise, the way the album is composed, sequence. I don't like that. I felt like the sequencing could have been a little bit better. But
for Donda,
no. Yeah, I felt the sequencing could be a little bit better, but it's still not. It still wasn't bad. I'm just saying, like in his other albums, we've heard better sequencing. I think, but at the end result after listening from front to end, with the energy you get from it.
That bottom half, like I told you, Gino, from Sue to Race My Mind, or maybe from Sue to the Remorse. That bottom half with 7 a.m. in Bridle Park, fucking nice talk.
I feel like you hating on Too Sexy, bro. That song.
I do not like Too Sexy. The video is amazing.
The song is amazing.
We are not doing this today.
I can't do the song.
Bro,
y'all some ugly ass niggas then.
You know it's gonna be my way for the week. I'm gonna do that. Oh, bro.
I love you. Shout out Kawhi. He got him out of character. I love it. But the song I can do without. Maybe I gotta hear it outside. Maybe
I heard it outside.
I gotta hear it outside.
You know what? I'll be real. I was riding around bumping that shit, and it feels different when you get the breeze in your face.
See what I mean? Music looks different outside.
Yes, it does. When you on a highway and you just driving on a nice summer day,
you feel different. You feel different.
I personally think it's one of them songs where.
Oh, what up, Sue?
It's annoying as hell until you listen to it, but it's drunk as fuck. Like when you get drunk as fuck, that's gonna be the shit.
Oh no, like that song.
That's my tipsy song. Clearly, that'll be my tipsy song right now.
Are we gonna do the lyric breakdown of this Kanye diss?
Not yet.
Not after one of his greatest records.
He torched that nigga, yeah.
Hold on.
Like, he a bully at this point. You know Ye can't defend him himself.
I feel like, I heard the thing is,
why he's burying himself.
There's been a couple of shots thrown, and I've seen them, right, where it's you got the consequence.
Underling. He's an underling.
Right. Yeah, the consequence doing a track against him.
Well, like I said, man, let's straight up, like I said, up and down, the songs that he was shooting shots at him on is Poppy's Home.
You heard Poppy's Home?
Yeah, he was talking about him on Poppy's Home.
What line?
I'm a nigga, I'm not Genius. Go to Genius. I didn't
like Poppy's Home either. Like that.
Say that then, man.
But I didn't hear a Kanye dissing that. All I heard
the beat was fire. Like I can't say there's a bad beat on either out. Like caveat off of what Arri had said earlier, that this year hasn't really been a bad year for as far as major album releases. Like
it really hasn't. COVID put a battery in niggas' back.
A lot of people went to the studio and came. Like I'm really excited that Silk Sonic drops something by the end of the year. I know that's gonna be probably the closeout.
They're gonna drop an EP. They're gonna drop a little 3-pack of something.
They did that when they first came out. They gave you the intro and leave the door open.
But Arri, to have the success of 2 singles and not capitalize on that?
I said what I said when they announced it.
Cause skate is moving.
Who the fuck trying to skate in goddamn February?
But the song is moving. I'm hearing it out here.
This shit crazy, bro. I'm trying to think. Trying to see where was it. Oh, this was it for me. It may not be, but it clearly is in a sense. He said rap niggas doing weak features for a pop artist because they pop down. Used to want to throw the rock up. Niggas know how to rock now.
That's pretty direct.
He clearly ain't talking to Hov because he got Hov on the album. Like
Poppy's Home.
Right. And let's keep it tall for a lot of the newer generation, like our blog era niggas. I feel like Kanye made them want to join the rock. When you see like Wale trying to get when he was used to always try to link up with Kanye. You remember how they? But that's how they little riff started.
I'll let you go ahead. I'll let you finish that and I'll explain that part. Go ahead.
That was it. He was trying to mesh with The Rock. He was trying to, you know what I'm saying, work with Kanye. Kanye was kind of like brushing him off to an extent.
He directed a video for
Wale with the rock chain on and such.
He directed a video.
Remember that and such? Yeah. That kind of fell through. Then they said Drake always was, you know what I'm saying, was always showing his admiration, always kind of like for the Rockefeller era and such like that. You got a lot of people that do that.
He loved them niggas. He loved them niggas.
So, I want to just put this out for Wale because it's like it's weird when niggas say like Wale loved them.
Of course you do.
Anyway.
You really don't help it, Gino.
Like it sounds crazy, but I was in DC during these times. So when y'all niggas talking this shit, I know the real underground that was going on.
Nah, I feel you, bro.
I was in New York when like
DC
ASAP Rocky
came out.
was popping, when like ASAP Mob really popped. I was here in New York for that shit too. So it's like I'm traveling between these cities and seeing all these niggas and shows and shit. Anyway, besides the point, that whole Kanye Rock shit broke down because essentially Wale wanted to get a beat off of him and put together a super song. Right? He was like, yo, we got J. Cole, we can get Cudi, we can get this nigga, we can get this nigga, we could do it. Pretty much like ASAP Rocky did for that
9 Train.
Fucking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the young hot artists pretty much on the track.
Mm-hmm.
The beat wasn't getting used by Jay-Z.
That was it too, yeah. It wasn't even being used.
He was like, yo, because he played the beat, Jay, because we were all chilling, Jay listened to it, and Jay was like, yeah, all right, this is fire. I'm not gonna use it though. This is fire though. So it was fire that the album came out. It wasn't on it. So Wale went up to him like, yo, you know, this is my idea with that song. If you're not gonna use it, can I get it from you? You know, et cetera, et cetera. Kanye didn't want to give up the beat, period. Like he wouldn't even let him buy it. Period. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Do you feel like it was part of like what we see with Ye now, to bring it back? What we see Ye now with a lot of the his feelings of the competition with the new generation coming in, that is like
Arri is
great right now, for example. Let's start it from the fucking
the only young niggas he liked was Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi, yeah.
Big Sean.
Kid Cudi is one because he didn't really rock with Drake.
That's what I'm saying about Drake. Ever since the goddamn what's the fucking song he did that Kanye directed?
Best I Ever Had.
Best I Ever Had. Since that,
Find Your Love. Find Your Love.
No, you said it right. It was the first one. Since then, shit has been so up and down with their relationship, whether they rocking or not. It's just always been weird. And I'm gonna keep it tall. It really has, for most of the time, been on Ye's side that made shit weird.
This is what it is. You have two niggas who've been little bro their whole careers, who finally step out into the spotlight, right? Where it's like, and these are niggas who were severely undercounted as rappers. Where it's like, yo, you're almost at the pinnacle of the rap game. No one, like, as much as Kanye wants to be taken as serious as a rapper, his pen isn't considered like lethal.
It's dwindling, man. It's not where Drake is at. When Kanye's pen is dwindling, Drake's pen is kind of ascending.
Right. Now, hear me out. Kanye's best penmanship, as far as when it comes to lyric go, usually came with his best production. The thing is now his production has gotten significantly better. His lyrics have gotten worse.
His rapping hasn't caught up to it yet.
And the problem is not that his rapping is because the hunger that he had isn't there anymore.
Arri make a good point too. The people he has around him. Remember when Kanye was at his peak rapping, he had Common, Talib Kweli, Mos Def around him, DLC. He don't have them people around him anymore.
Now it's niggas. It's like he doesn't have a lot of his peers around him no more. It's more of the niggas younger to him that he will feel can influence him to be like, you know what I'm saying? To get to what the new sound is now, but it's like you will sound better if your peers are working with you. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. Back to, like I said, with to the situation. Like I said, Drake and Ye. Like I said, it's always been up and down throughout these years, and I feel like probably since Ye's return to hip hop, we'll say probably
2016.
Around that time-ish, yeah.
Pablo maybe?
Yeah, Pablo era-ish. He's been going he's been like on some shit. And Drake has been like, whoa, where is this energy been? Like, we've been working together, doing music, vibing, whatever. Where was the energy before?
He owed him a fade because of the shit with his kid. Kanye leaked that shit to Pusha. He leaked all of that to Pusha.
I think he leaked the Adidas situation.
And the kid shit. He leaked all that to Pusha.
Listen, they already tracked it down. I'm not gonna do that because Pusha said who he got the information from.
Go ahead. I forgot. Did he say that? He said on the Joe Budden one.
From a chick. It was from a chick.
He said that he got it from a chick that was sleeping with 40. And 40
yes.
out all the business. And
yes.
Hello, Joe Budden. I thought that was
that was the Joe Budden. Yeah, when Pusha was on.
Shout out to
he was in the that house again.
I forgot. I think it might have been the Red Concert shit.
Nah. You're right. It was the Steven Victor episode. I remember
but
that.
He came out, and the whole reason why he came out was because Drake said that, Kanye's the one. He's like, nah, nope, we're gonna kill this narrative as soon as you drop it. It wasn't Kanye. And he came out, and that's when niggas was like, so you taking shots at 40 wasn't even like on some like random shot at 40 on the story of Adonis. It was, this is a legitimate shot because 40's the one who's leaking from your camp. So you're trying to blame other niggas too.
40's a disloyal nigga? Is that what we're going with?
No, 40. That was it, bro.
Pillow talking.
As he's like, I ain't gonna do that to him.
Boot thing.
All right.
But yeah, like Kanye's level of ego with Drake's level of ego and the level of insecurity don't match. The problem is Drake is trying to.
Is that Doe Drop? Did Doe Drop come out?
No, new NXT commercial. Sorry.
Drake has been going out of his way, knocking off chicks that people fantasize about, and not in the manner of like, yo, hey, yeah, yo, I'm living the life. It's like, yo, look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. And it's like, yo, bro, the way you moving is more of a nigga seeking
like a fan. He's a fan.
Yeah, so
it's a fan. He's just a regular nigga who just get pussy crazy.
Or it could just be dude is just trying to rehash an era of artists who were just openly players. Like, not saying like that. You got most niggas not moving so much secrecy these days that back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Not just the image of what a Shamar Moore would be, or the image of what, you know what I'm saying, Mekhi Phifer was in the early 90s, such on and so forth. These guys were sex symbols to the women. You know what I'm saying? And these days, unless you're like Chris Brown or younger, you can't really get promoted like that. Or it seems going, I think Drake kind of brought back for at least for the, you know what I'm saying, his era or his age range at least, that it's okay to be, you know what I'm saying, single and out here and, you know what I'm saying, doing your shit. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead.
It's not the single part. It's the attention seeking part. It's not even him sleeping with the chicks. It's the chatty patty afterwards.
Okay, now I give you that.
You don't think he's telling them not to say nothing? It's not.
Well, no, it's not.
It ain't on him.
Drake said it on the album. He said it on the album. It's like, once I make a song about it, then you know what's up. Like, pretty much like that. Once you know I make a song about the situation, then you know it's real. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? So he knows once he starts getting chatty about the shit that he has some type of real feelings for this situation or whatever, whether it's bad or good. But just because you bring it up in a record, like, no, this is why women don't be liking you like that now, bro.
Like, he fucked Kanye Wiz, dog. That's where this all stems from. He is DMM.
That is not where it all stems from. It gets deeper. That adds another caveat to it, but
he knocked off him, and he's holding that shit. Like, Kanye can't sleep knowing that.
I don't think he did. Like, I think Kanye doesn't know if he did.
That's the problem.
That's what's killing him.
Even if it was, like, you was married to her. I know people gonna clown you either way, but like, nigga, it's said and done. Like,
no. I think what it is this happened before he got
this. This happened during. This happened while they were. This is why he can't sleep, because he's going in between. Did it happen before me, or did it happen during me? And if it happened during me, this man that I call my friend,
that's why I can't really sympathize with Kanye. This is the same nigga that was literally on the outside looking in from Chris Humphrey and Kim relationship, and was openly saying, yo, I was in love with her in 2008. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, the game is the game.
Kanye holds Kim like she's a purist.
That's why I have no sympathy for if you get fucked up over that same situation you did to somebody else. then I can't have no sympathy for it. Somebody's doing it to you.
The DMM cycle comes back. It come back.
You know what I'm saying? That's why nobody, it really is like having that much sympathy for Kanye, because it's like, bro, look who you're dating. Like you kind of knew this when you were coming into the situation.
You lie with dogs.
You got blinded by your infatuation of her.
You lie with dogs, you get fleas, my nigga. That's all it is.
Big facts. And Drake, like I said, he doesn't lie down with them. He pretty much said, "Yo, what was the line?" He said, what the fucking line he had? Damn, bro. We say, I don't know if it was in the intro or the Eddie song. One of the judges pretty much. It
might have been Pipe Down. Pipe Down is toxic energy to the max.
I think Pipe Down more so is a record for like tricks.
Like hold up, please. Like it's one of those.
No, not like that. Like here she just take this and go shut up. No, just take this and go shut up.
Pipe down.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta throw money at her to shut up. Then bro. That's not even tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it, bro. That's still tricking, bro. If you can't keep her at bay with words or actions, you just gotta throw money in her face. That's sad.
Fam, 7 a.m. in Bridle Park, brother. From
a regular ass nigga. So yes, it may sound like I'm hating, but listen, I'm not. Just a regular ass nigga.
7 a.m. in Bridle Park, man. He had Jadakiss jump out the window and salute him for this rapping. Master class he put on, man. I'm gonna throw it on.
If we don't play nothing from the album,
sorry, the music stopped since your Spotify account is being used on another device.
I'll play it. I got you.
Oh no, this is because I got it up here. I'm gonna play it on the speaker.
Oh, he got the bigs.
Yeah, boy. But now here we go. Now, if you must know, a lot of people are saying this song is stemmed from when Kanye dropped the address. And you seen the video of Drake on the highway laughing about it.
He went to do this.
Tell me exactly what they need from me. The first second they speak to me, I'm not with all the secrecy, secretly beefing me behind closed doors, but playing it peacefully for the streets to see. My nigga have some decency. Don't move like a puto. Could at least keep it a buck like Antetokounmpo. I made north of the border like Vito Rizzuto. Throwing parties in Miami, they loving us mucho. With the whole ratio, I'm like David Caruso. There's a mass shortage of people giving me kudos. I've been doing this since T-Pain was pouring us Nouveau. Tell them I run the country, they'll say Trudeau. Poppy and Chulo, gripping Kulo. And I got the flows, niggas still like boot toes. You boys reaching new lows.
He in the pocket.
Letting me take a rap for that Casper to go shit while you finding all of the loopholes. You niggas moving too cold. See the.
So if you remember the line from Donda, what song was he was like?
Nigga, you heard it, we didn't. You heard it, we didn't.
So you didn't listen to Donda?
I'm kidding. Relax. You double back.
No cap for the app.
No cap for the blue app.
I was snapping before the app.
Where the fuck is this joint? He had the ghost line from what? It was a song ago. He had the ghost line. Where damn, how did that shit go? But it's just little things like that. That's what shows like how recent these motherfucking disses is, B.
There was an IG post that Drake made a little before the album was supposed to come out, saying, Joe Budden, the Joe Budden pod drew attention to this because of this song. He said 24 more bars to go, and then we sip champagne. It showed him in the studio, perhaps recording these last 24.
I'm not mad at that, bro. Like I said, it's man.
2 days before the album was supposed to come out.
I'm trying to find the fucking line, bro. It was some like a ghost, like Casper, some shit like that. Damn, I'm
Swiss got a couple shots thrown at him on Yolt, not YOLO. You only live twice.
I ain't gonna lie. Where the fuck was Tyga on that record? I could have sworn he was part of the YOLO crew. He was on Motto. Where the fuck is Tyga?
We could do without Tyga.
No, they rekindled that shit. From what I know, but that's they did my boy Tyga filthy.
YOLO always been Drake and Rick Ross.
Nah, man.
That is true.
Tyga was on. Whoever was on Motto is part of the YOLO crew.
They got a whole mixtape.
What was it?
Called YOLO.
It was Wayne and Drake, and then
Drake and Ross got a tape dropping.
And Ross?
On what?
On Motto, because Ross was on Motto
Nah,
too.
oh, you talking about the album they're supposed to come out
Remix
with?
for Ross.
YOLO.
You got a lot of caveats. Say what?
You're talking about the album. He's talking about the album they're supposed to come out with. YOLO.
I'm talking about the
Ross and
crew.
Drake.
They've been excommunicated Tiger. They've been doing Tiger filthy, is what I'm saying.
He's doing Pinot now. He ain't no talk to them nigga doing Pinot.
So get off the stream then.
Nah, I don't do Pinot.
Right.
Ingredients on them. That's how you know. That's how you know you're reading the ingredients.
Exactly, bro. Don't even do it.
I'm Italian. No Cuomo. No Cuomo.
He out there looking for the next Tiger video. He asking when's
This is
Tiger's
a sick
next
Negro.
production?
No Cuomo. I said no Cuomo. After.
When Rack City the movie dropped, Losa was in them streets.
I don't even know the actors that
brother?
were in that movie.
Hell yeah.
Got that DVD, brother. But nah, back to the record though. Like I said, man, he was a lot of shit on here, man.
Switch it to the one I call RP Nipsey, cause I swear to God the bezel got 60 in them. Maybe I'm getting too stoned. Calico the marble for my tombstone. Here lies a nigga that never lied in his new song.
Damn, stop texting me, people. Let me put my shit on D&D, B. Everybody always want to text me on the fucking pod, B.
And remember, y'all.
Stop complaining, nigga.
Get your bars
You want
on
it.
the pod.
Your desire.
Hashtag bars.
Battle rap head.
Defeat bars.
That nigga gave us a defeat bar.
But he got it off. He got it off. I haven't heard that one.
All right.
He got it off.
All right. I hear you, brethren.
Mine's done.
Brown.
The faces, they used to tell me back in the day, boy, you going places. Never understood why I could really take it. Yeah.
That was pretty much it. But nah, man. I mean, let's get it in, man. Straight up.
Time and location.
In the chat, yo. Let us know what was your thoughts when you heard that record. And real talk, no friends in the industry. Also, man, like back.
That was
those two records would have went back to back, bro.
They kind of did, right? I think only Knife Talk was in between them.
That's a fucking fire record too, yo.
Knife Talk with Project Pat. Oh my
God.
God.
I love Project Pat, but 21 like paid so much great homage to that flow.
21 been floating everywhere he been at lately.
But reason why I appreciate it though,
because
with him having that slow flow, he does it very well. Whereas like he doesn't sound out of place doing it. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
It sounds right in his tempo. But yeah, no friends in the industry. Yeah, Knife Talk was the only thing in between there, man. That was
whenever Drake does the fucking time.
Gave us the cool down match in between.
The time and location shit. We talked about it last pod. That time and location Drake is a dangerous Drake.
If he ever gets the chance to just put that out as a project, like how, you know what I'm saying, how I want Fab to do with Soul Tape or Weeknd did with the trilogy,
Concept
or
story, yeah,
pretty much, or like what Westside did with the Fourth Row. Just give me a collection of this, and I think that shit.
Care Package. Care Package has them all.
That could be Care Package too. That shit is going to get hella streams just off of
that Calabasas joint.
The evolution of Drake within those like type of songs is so crazy, bro. So crazy. But let me just get out the way so we can move on. My favorite songs on here. I mean, I like a lot of songs on here, but the joints that I put on playlists, I put I do like the Champagne Poetry joint with the Masigo.
Shots at Pusha T and Cole, and not Cole. Pusha T and Kanye, pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, this was like a little bit less shots than he had on Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion was filled with shots. This was a little like slick jabs. This was about
he gave us 2.5 records of bringing up, and you have like little slight lines that are like pretty much umbrellas the situation.
This was the most direct he's been since Duppy. I think we could. That's fair. This is the most direct he's been since Duppy.
No, bro.
I think this is the thing, and this is how I view it.
Yeah, I remember. Go ahead, my bad.
Drake had to take some time and reload to fully if he's deciding like, you know what, I can't get Pusha T out the game. I can't out rap Pusha T.
I can get his.
That's not really his. That's not really the person he's battling.
His beef is Kanye.
Right. The whole thing is he went after Pusha T because Pusha T and Wayne have had legit beef for years.
Right.
Kanye and Drake have their own independent beef. So it's like underling versus each other's boss, which is weird. So when these two mixed up, Drake like thought he was going into a battle where it's like, no, nigga, I've been subbing you too, nigga. I already got an anthology of music.
You getting the boss out of here though.
And then the whole thing is, keep it a buck. Pusha T pack Wayne up on a couple shit, and Wayne tried to respond.
He packed Drake up too,
and then he packed Drake up when Drake tried to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when Drake got packed up.
We don't even bring up Pusha T's name because that shit had nothing to do with Pusha. He ain't not a word. It may be one or two lines. He did have like 2 lines in there. Like, I'm not even gonna do that. I can go do that to Drake. He did have a nice angle in there that could have been very effective if he continued on it. The whole you only living out your brother's stories and shit angle that he was doing. I thought that was a good angle for Drake. He never really expound on it too much. He only dropped, I think it was like a little video his fans put out or something like that. But that shit could have worked. But neither here nor there. Yeah, Drake was barking up the wrong tree, and Pusha was ready for that shit. But
it's like the same thing where it's like he, in this scenario, it seems like Drake came back and was fully reloaded. And it's like, if I'm going to go at Kanye, I'm going to have stuff ready. I'm going to have ammo ready. I'm going to do this like how I did Meek Mills. In the sense where
but Meek was I think cocaine fueled anger. Like he
not doing
shot,
all that. Come on, we're not doing that. Bro.
He shot and missed.
Bro,
he shot and missed.
Meek had a very valid reason to be mad. We're not doing that.
But he missed though.
This is why
the target like Pusha did.
Meek
I'll say the man
found
on
out
coke.
two things happened at once.
Oh, what?
Meek found out that Drake knocked off Nicki, and Meek found out that
everybody knew that. I don't think.
No. Mad niggas in the industry don't know that.
You think Meek being around Raw? He didn't hear them stories.
No, I'm
that
saying
that was already common, Gino. Like that you kind of already have to hear that.
No, I'm saying
he probably heard it like that. It's probably got annoying to him.
Nah, the thing is, hearing that your girl might have beat. You ask her and she's like, nah, nothing happened. You ask Drake and it's like, nah, nothing happened. But everyone's saying some shit happened.
Right. That's right.
So now he probably caught the confirmation from Drake on some old sly shit. Like, damn, I ain't see this. Yo, I remember he used to kiss you, he used to giggle. Stop shit. And like, bitch.
Young Money.
Is Drake the work husband?
Nigga was playing them Young Money hits in the house and shit. And then nigga was like, hey, rewind that line again.
Drake was the work husband, and Meek was the real husband, and he got sick of the work husband being too funny.
Exactly, but the meat potatoes was the not writing your own rhyme shit.
Right. And so once he tried to come at him for that angle, the thing was Drake was already prepped because he already knew, like, look, you fucking her, and eventually she gonna tell you I fucked. I'm gonna have some stuff ready.
Back to back was him basically telling him, like, listen, he's dancing around it, but he's like, I know more than you think.
You know what that situation was, and I don't want to expound it too much, but you know when you got your shorty, right? And she has a male friend. Dude's an upstanding dude, probably got a nice job, handsome, you know what I'm saying, dressed like nice car, whatever. Probably, no, let's keep it tall. Sometimes the male friend is doing a little better than you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And you always be looking at that nigga like, you a little too close, my nigga. What you prepping for?
Why aren't you with her? It makes me
long
think.
Story short, you always have that.
You gotta have a permanent STD. You gotta be something where it's like, oh yeah, he got herpes. Oh,
he gotta be.
That makes sense.
He pretty much he was letting his insecurity, you know what I'm saying, cloud his mind a lot, which was fucking up his, you know what I'm saying, people's standing of him, because they looked at him as an upstanding, straight up, you know what I'm saying, solid dude, which I still think Meek is, but every nigga is emotional. Mostly, and a lot of hood niggas are emotional too. So he let his emotions out on his sleeve on Twitter, and it didn't work out for him. Because Drake fans ate that shit up. Like, Drake fans don't give a fuck if you're a great rapper, none of that shit.
Where the chasers at, nigga?
Like, nobody care about that. You see what they did to Joe
Budden. The thing that hurt him the most
was
that WWE took the license from his song immediately. Like, nigga, what? This don't clear. Give me that. Boom. And then
man, Jim Johnson told that nigga no.
Like, I can't get fucking awards, and this nigga can't get this shit the fuck out of here. Boom, off the radio.
But no, let's
say remix to.
But let's fuck all that shit. What was your thoughts on Love All with featuring Jay-Z? I thought they
sounded like some Jay-Z's verse sounded like he was going at it. You remember
I don't know who he was going at, but that man needs to get out the country.
Do you remember the name DeHaven?
Who?
Does the name DeHaven ring a bell?
No, that sounds like a very New York City name though.
Very vaguely.
So I did my research. Shout out Choke No Joke.
You trying to go to the Haven?
Shout out Choke No Joke, who is, you know, Rockefeller. You know your Rockefeller history. You know who Choke No Joke is.
You ever seen the really dope tunnel documentary? Check that shit out.
The Haven and Jay. You know when Jay lost those 92 bricks, allegedly? The Haven was one of the niggas he was running with. So DeHaven goes on Vlad. He goes on the Vlad tour, basically saying Jay and the 92 bricks thing isn't real. Basically throwing dirt on Jay's name, talking about how he owed Jay a fade, all this other shit. That's who I think Jay's talking about. This verse is it's not meant for
previously on Ready to Die. I mean, for no good reason. Niggas got a chick.
It's meant for whoever is addressed to, for them to know. It's meant for them to know, not for us to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got out of it.
Can I play that verse real quick? Cause Jesus, he went crazy, son.
Niggas want to kill me and
Yo, you peep how he said Sean.
Nothing. That was such a Jay-Z line where it's just like it's so fancy. We just like, I'm just gonna put that on a quote somewhere. I'll figure out what it means later.
He didn't refer to himself as Jay. He referred to himself as Sean. That means the nigga that know who is this directed to. You know what I'm saying? You know me personally, nigga.
Yo, you know what's the weirdest shit? Like, this is the thing.
Wait,
if I ever get the
y'all doing
opportunity to interview Jay-Z, what's the first question you ask him?
What's the first? Wait, well, is that the dinner with Jay-Z or the?
No. Say you get the chance to interview Jay-Z, right? You get a one-on-one interview with him. What's the first question you ask him?
I'm gonna ask him very respectfully, very, very respectfully, because he's the GOAT. Hey, do it really make macaroni sounds?
Nah, stop. All right, go ahead.
Me personally, I know everybody want to ask business questions, but I'm such a fan of him for rap shit, more so. But I'll probably get in between those questions, so I'll probably ask like more so, what is that first venture outside of rap that made you look at rap, be like, okay, this is going to be something that I put on the back burner in a few years. You know what I'm saying? Or like, this is not going to be my meat and potatoes.
I'll ask him about
that first venture was.
Go ahead, Daffy Duck it somewhere else, man.
I'll ask about like, bro. I'll ask about the what's that tour? The tour that was on Backstage. I'll ask about stories about that.
Okay, Sue, what you got? Yeah. What's the first question you ask him?
Me? I'll ask him like, what's your favorite song and how do it relate to your life? Which song relates to your life
from your discography, Sue? Like from his discography?
Yeah, I'll probably say that really love me shit, but
so those are your first questions. My first question for him is gonna be, how you doing, Jay-Z? What do you want me to call you? That's it. Like, what do you want to be called? Because from there, you can see exactly where the conversation is going to go.
Based on how I'm doing first shit.
I'm saying, like, first question, I'm going to ask him, like, what do you want me to address? Like,
nigga, I thought you was going to go somewhere first.
That's what you asked in the email before the interview.
You do that in person. Because you literally, you do that question right there, you shift his whole dynamic of his conversation. You take niggas off their thing. That's that Machiavellian shit we was talking about behind. So you got to shift the motivation of the conversation, and suddenly now you change the person you're speaking to.
You think Jay-Z not up on Machiavellian now?
No, but you get him the chance to control the situation and a fiat control the situation in his mind. You change
give him the chance to control it when he's the person that we want to get information from.
No, you give him a chance again. Because it's what information you want to get, right? If you like Loso said, when you talking to Sean, you're not talking to Jay-Z.
You're talking to Sean, you're addressing him directly.
Exactly. Mr. Carter is somebody different than Sean.
That's true. Like certain interviews, they address him as that.
Who you want to talk to? Like, hey, what do you want me to address you as during the interview? Okay,
like his tech interviews versus like his Rap Radar interviews is very different.
We talking music. The minute is Jay-Z. When it's Mr. Carter, we talking business.
Well, I think the Rap Radar interview, and shout out B. Dot and Elliot Wilson, like they did a good job of like humanizing, maybe not humanizing, but like he didn't come off as such a mogul in that interview. He came off as a regular dude.
Well, they do that a lot with their interviews. They did the same with Drake when they went to Drake crib and did that interview and such. Like they made it real. Well,
with humanizing,
but they make interviews, or the settings at least, be real like intimate, so you can kind of have those conversations. And a lot of the questions they ask, like how you said about the how are you, like B. Dot usually asks more of those rounded questions where it kind of let's bring it back to earth and let's just talk about you. You know what I'm saying?
So I say that to say this. When I listen to CLB, this is the segue here, Lo. So bring it back also. Tie it all back together.
Segue King.
Nah, that's you, bro. That's you. I'm trying to be like you, Kang.
Kang!
Look at my Kang's Kangin.
Look at my Kang's Kangin.
Look at my Kang's Kangin.
So when I listen to CLB, the one thing that I find very irritating is this level of indirectness. So the one question I want to ask him is like, yo, why aren't you directly speaking to those you're trying to speak to? Why are you alluding to? Why are you trying to make a mystery when everyone clearly knows who you're trying to talk about?
So he's saying this in his more of his career sense, because he's done this more so for his career. Like other than live performances, is usually been indirect.
Right, but the only time he was direct was when he was talking to Pusha T and Meek. And Pusha
We're
T
talking
was
about Drake. I'm playing private.
Yeah.
I thought we were whole. Sorry.
No, I'm talking. We back on Drake.
Got you.
So
We back on Aubrey.
yeah. So when I'm listening to the album, it's like, yo, you have all these fire lyrics that's very indirect, and there's sometimes there's a nice little validity to that when you heard Ether, when it was like fuck Jay-Z, it was like, I know who this song's about. I know exactly who this is about. There's no mixed shots here. There's no, he's talking about, no, he's talking about this.
Being direct in a diss track. This is why what Drake did on 7am in Bridle Park is so special, because being direct in a diss track in these days is out of the ordinary. Now, if I want to be direct, I tweet at you. IG, like music.
They don't even do that. It's
they don't even do that.
Right.
I mean, the beef now is like real life beef.
Not really.
Like I will shoot you type.
Kodak and Jack Boy, like them two dudes, homies and everything, but they beefing over little stuff, and they'll speak on it subliminally if the fans say something about it. That's what I'm saying. They never want to speak on it because it's like
whole live together.
But
but the next day they'll be on some shit and somebody asks a question and then they'll be like, oh man, you know how niggas be in these stuff. And they'll be like, it'll be very like vague, you know what I'm saying? They'll use pronouns and they or these niggas, you know what I'm saying? It'll be very vague. So I get what you're saying with that totally.
Right. So
I think he gets that from Hov though, because he's like those things like that.
But again, Hov has also been very direct. Remember Takeover, he was calling shots out left and right. There was
but after that, he been very indirect too, though. He's a very indirect nigga too.
I mean,
Hov, because him and Mace have been beefing for years, and we would have never known that. Imaginary Player is about Mace,
but they've been beefing for years. But that, like, again, if you from New York, you know there's niggas who got beef with niggas.
You know it, but
like,
I'm talking about around the world, they don't know that.
All right, true. The whole reason why Mace, like, you gotta understand, everyone who had any relations with Biggie, besides the Locks, they all have levels of beef with each other, a level of hostility. Because Biggie, to them, Jay-Z sees it as Biggie was beefing y'all niggas.
In a freestyle, they were all in together.
Yeah, but they were all friends. That was rapping back then was different.
Remember, Jadakiss and Jay-Z had a little just competition friction. Remember, we was talking about that, so it's there.
Go back in our archives.
But they all knew each other because it's like at that time, like DMX wasn't unknown to these niggas. The only nigga DMX, I don't even think DMX knew Biggie like that. Biggie might have heard of him.
I don't hear about too many run-ins between them two.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He might have heard of him before his passing, but there was no like a heavy like a passing conversation. You know what I mean? Nothing serious. But a lot of these niggas were getting groomed by Biggie to a certain extent. And it's like, yo, you might be my protege. You might be my protege. You might be my protege.
Back that up.
Cam, Jada, Locks, you know what I'm saying? Hov.
Groomed by Biggie? What you mean?
It's a couple, yeah. That's a fact.
Lyrically, rapping. What are you talking about? Mentorship.
Like, I don't think Biggie. Jay, I'll give you. But Jadakiss.
Yes, bro. He groomed a lot.
Yo, he definitely the Locks have said that. They say
Jada don't sound like Biggie.
No, that's not what that means. That means like positioning you, like, okay,
don't sound
you know
like
what?
Biggie.
Hey, you know what? I heard this bar from you. You were freestyling. You said something like this. Use this here. Hey, you know you spitting this now. Yo, use this here. Work on your wordplay here. Read this book.
Like just give pointers type of shit.
Yeah, that's
the Locks gives Big so much praises for, like, you know what I'm saying, being next to them in their younger days like that, man.
Like making sure, like, yo, you're not in the studio just fucking around. You in the studio learning shit.
Exactly.
Yo, we're gonna teach you some aspects of the business and stuff like that. The thing is, Diddy kept a lot of that shit hidden from Biggie himself. So Biggie,
right.
So when Biggie was talking about, when they were talking about how Biggie was gonna break away, the thing was niggas was saying essentially who's the artist that was coming with him.
And we had Cam.
Right, there was mad niggas do like that. We could go.
Damn. He was gonna sign Cam. Oh, that's another good.
Like
point.
You said, it's different generations.
Cam would have been the next Biggie, the nigga he would have touched.
So you really think about it's different generations, because you say, you know what I'm saying, his first era, obviously first album, it's all about him and putting on, you know what I'm saying, Junior Mafia.
You can't say what I said before.
Damn, nigga.
Saying that and then just dropping that out there like, whoa.
You know what I'm saying,
nigga. He put niggas on in different eras. Obviously, the first album, he's going to put his niggas on. He put Season them niggas on. Second album, that's when the Locks comes in. That's when you see Hov come in, such on and so forth like that. Even not putting up, but just meshing with newer artists, you know what I'm saying?
He did have him on I Let It Go.
But then, and even after that, that's what you said. You bring in Cam, during the last days and such like that. So it's like he definitely was moving and grooving, trying to mentor some new artists.
There's a huge level of separation between all these guys, where all these guys have beef with each other. So it's not surprising to hear that, oh yeah, one of Biggie's proteges have beef with each other. Okay.
Oh, I see where you're getting at. I see. So for me,
Because
it's more so like when Drake came in the game and Kanye was trying to give him that mentorship. I see more so is
Kanye wasn't. The thing is,
Kanye wasn't offering mentorship willingly.
Though he was to an extent.
I don't think he
was.
No,
this is the thing.
The same way I feel when you hear the story of when Biggie and Biggie and Locks and pretty much their first meetings. You know what I'm saying? It was competition off rip. You know what I'm saying? Biggie seen that these dudes were hungry and such like that. So he not like maliciously, but he went at him on the record and such like that. And I feel in that same sense, that's where Ye was when Drake came. He was like, oh, I like this dude. I see similarities in him. I see like this is my type of shit. I can see where I can help with this dude in some places where I can help. That's where I see he directs the videos, help him in such force like that. But when he sees the force that Drake really is and the people, you know what I'm saying, reception to him, it begins where it's like, okay, now I'm starting to go in the back burner where they're starting to love him for the same things they love me for in a sense back in the day. I got to kind of get back where, no, we're on equal playing fields. And I think that's where Drake is like, hey, my nigga, what the fuck? Like,
bro, but what if Drake...
Hold on, Joe. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think, like, so we all know that Kanye, he directed Best I Ever Had, correct? We all know that.
He did that, produced Find Your Love.
I feel like he did that because, okay, there is a such thing as latching on to what's hot or to who's hot to get a rub. Wrestling terms, getting a rub. I feel like Kanye did that to get a rub from Drake. And when he didn't get the rub he wanted, because Drake kind of, after My Beautiful Dark Fantasy, Drake kind of, because Thank Me Later came out after that. Or before that. No, it came out after.
Thank Me Later.
Like Marvin's Room was already out.
Marvin's Room was Take Care. So yeah. So Take Care came out after Dark Fantasy. Drake was out of here by album 2. So Kanye didn't get the rub that he wanted by doing that.
But did he need a rub?
At the time, yes. At the time, yes, he did.
But Dark Fantasy? He had him on there. It shit just leaked and shit.
After 808s, like we was talking about it last show, he had the Afro mullet. He wasn't rapping. Like Kanye had to do a complete 180 to like.
That was different reasons why he did that.
Yeah, that was totally different. That had nothing but his beast.
Kanye taught Drake how to do what he's doing with the OVO camp with that instance. That's all he did. So
sweatshop.
This is Kanye was. Kanye, remember when we were talking about Wale earlier? Kanye was already that dude where it's like, yo, I'm not here to help the younger generation unless you're one of my signed artists. Outside that, I don't fuck with you.
He's Daniel Bryan. I'm here to kick these young niggas' heads in.
No, I feel like a lot of these dudes had like indirect influence or I guess an indirect mentorship from Ye. And when they tried to get with him, it was like, damn, like that meet your idol type shit.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, you know how to say don't meet your idol. And when you finally meet them, it's like
idols become rivals.
You really a dick. You like, yo, the thing is you gotta understand the mentality that a lot of the rappers.
That's all this is, Arri. Idols become rivals.
Finish what you're saying, G?
A lot of the rappers, when they first come up, that first album, they're welcomed with the level of camaraderie. Was like, yo, you made it to this thing, yo, you're the new sound. We're all gonna try and jump on stuff with you, etc., etc. Hey, yo, you know what? You got some buzz going around your couple singles. You're working on your album. Hey, you know what? I'll drop you a feature. I'll drop you a feature because I know people are gonna hear my voice on your project. Everyone's gonna buy your project. Your second album comes out. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. Hey, you haven't been doing anything. Your single dropped and it didn't really generate the buzz. Yo, why are y'all trying to reach out to help me, bro? You figure this out on your own. You gotta become your own artist. I'm not gonna help you become a feature heavy artist and then become this dominant force like that. Because everyone wants to work with you because they know if they work with you, your album doesn't. Remember, everyone fucked with Pitbull for like his first 2-3 albums.
Nigga said Pitbull.
no one fucked with Pitbull once it was Mr. Worldwide.
Oh yeah, local.
Remember, same thing with Flo Rida. Niggas thought Flo Rida was a little gimmicky rapper and shit like that. He was trash. First album, niggas like, oh, you got a lot of rappers, you got a lot of pop features. Okay, whatever. The second album, he couldn't get rap features, went almost full pop on niggas consistently since.
That and pop bag different though. That pop bag different though.
Wow, he's his money is way like
long.
There's a lot of rappers who have it's like, oh yeah, I got all these awards, but I can't get into the same presidential suite as Flo Rida.
Money long, man.
Some Arab niggas know exactly who he is, and they paying him to just stand next to him and take pictures. He got $50,000 and giving me $5 to go park their fucking Ferrari. You know what I mean?
That money, that pop bag is different. Like when you get to that pop, like that's where Drake and Kanye are kind of at together.
So Kanye now is Kanye back then was at the level where you walk into this room, you meet Kanye, and it's like, okay, the first time you meet him, he's super cool and interesting. The second time you meet him, he's like, oh, if you're in this room now, you're competition. So it's like, for example,
Kanye never felt like he never left the number one spot in his eyes.
He's always had a chip on his shoulder,
and
too.
if he feels that competition, he's gonna fight for that number one spot, which I can't take away from him. I love the comp, but I feel like it's like, I don't know, is it the people that come to him's fault, or is it for like trying to feel like it's gonna be sweet?
From the moment he set foot in the game, he's been saying he's the greatest. He's been calling himself God for as long as we can remember.
So this is
like, he already has that complex. Nobody is better than him. So what Gino is saying is a fact. When he sees you in that room, you're the op, like the kids say. You're the op if I see you again in here. He saw Drake in the same room twice, and he was like, nah, I got to get you out of here.
So, like you got to understand, Drake was positioned very different and mentorship-wise. Right? When he came in, he had Wayne there.
Do you think he was planted?
Huh?
Do you think he was planted?
Planted?
You don't think he was a plant? Like, plant-ish, kind of?
No, I think he was a lot of.
It was a bidding war for him. A plant usually is already with the label. It was a bidding war for him.
He happened to have a lot of fortuitous situations and coincidences occur, and he just happened to take advantage of it. I'm not going to say that. Or like that's like saying calling Steve Jobs a plant.
Yeah, I remember Toronto wasn't really like that big of a music city like that either, to be like, oh, let me just go there and scour for artists.
It was the show. The show put him on the map like that.
No, it's not for music.
Grassy didn't put him on the map. He wasn't rapping on that shit too.
Not music.
Not for music.
For music.
His early music was really bad.
Yeah, room for improvement needed really was the title. Like that was for sure.
But I'm saying like the show brought eyes to him. Like we didn't know
people knew him from the show.
It was like
it's a difference than being like, oh my god.
He became a rapper after the show.
I'm not gonna lie.
But what I'm saying is, you know him
like,
from the show.
The Grassy episode that he talked about rapping. He said, "Oh, it's weird that me and Craig characters both in a band and we both do music. Like I rap and he does a guitar thing."
See, I would have thought that's some regular Disney shit.
You know, I didn't even watch the Grassy. So
the majority knew him from the show first, is what I'm saying. So you already know who Aubrey Graham is when you find out.
It's more so with a side eye though, bro. Like
yeah, he had to really get away from being.
Man, but you going to listen out of curiosity. You're like, yo, let me see what this dude got.
Bro, I know a lot of
what this dude got, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this for real. There's a reason why he said like when the album dropped of You the Fucking Best. Remember what he said? About when the album dropped. No, he's saying how your girl's gonna cop your girl. You're gonna copy the stage for your girl because niggas was playing his shit. Like when he dropped, niggas was just calling him Jimmy from Degrassi. Because
they knew him from Degrassi. At my point, that's my point. They knew him, bro. They were clowning him, bro.
Wait. The reason why they were saying that,
everybody,
because niggas were like, oh, yo, who's this new guy? Well, you guys may know him from Degrassi. He played Jimmy, and the picture they were showing was him in the wheelchair smiling and shit. So niggas is like, oh, that's Jimmy from Degrassi? What the fuck? I don't want to hear no paraplegic rap. Like,
it wasn't taking him serious, bro. Until So Far Gone came out.
Until So Far Gone came out. He had mad shit. He had Trey Songz. He had mad niggas co-sign and vouch for him. That's why he
was in a Wonder Woman video.
Yeah. Once niggas started,
Yep, he was on that too. Little cameo appearance.
Once people start really vouching for him, then suddenly it was like, oh, okay.
Trey.
The Trey
was
one
Trey.
that was
Trey
the
was the first one
for him.
The Trey vouch was a super vouch for him.
And I remember how the girl told him that she'll never be bigger than Trey. So.
Yeah.
That's why that successful record, that was another turning point. That niggas knew, like, he was talking for real on that record. But that's the thing I love about Drake, though. That's why it's like, when I hear songs like that, or when I hear the Remorse record, or like,
I love how he ended it. Love how he ended it.
Even the Champagne Poetry, just like talking about like where his stance is now and what the success and the shit that comes with that now. Like, I love those. Like, really, like, that's why I don't be mad when certain artists take those breaks and they come back and they give us those real reflections on where they're at in life now. You know what I'm saying? What their success has brought them now, the type of things and, you know what I'm saying, vices and everything that comes with it now. I like that, those things.
Now that you say that, you said you like when artists, because I saw a question on Twitter about Drake, and you got Kendrick coming up. Do you feel like Drake should, because I know Drake's music doesn't really reflect this, but do you feel like Drake should speak on social issues like Kendrick does or J. Cole does, or should just stick to that bag he's in right now?
No, it's not stick to a bag. If you have the voice for that and you know how to articulate yourself in those things, then if you feel like you should do that, then do that. If you feel like you could be able to do things in private and still be able to make a change, do that. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, fault somebody on, you know what I'm saying, not putting in work how somebody else does. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what people do, you know what I'm saying, put in work.
But does it look like he's dismissive of it? Because listen, Arri, I'm just being devil's advocate as far as I
don't look to artists.
I'm the same way. I don't look to them as idols. I let the people that are in the trenches and in the field speak on that. Let the artist do what the artist does. However, does it look dismissive when he doesn't speak on it? Like no. Jordan was like that too. Jordan didn't speak on social.
No, because that's media's problem of forcing people into those situations. Just because the Marvin Gayes, the, you know what I'm saying, the Kareem Abdul, Bill Russells, and all those such and forth, Muhammad Ali, that was then. Not everybody was doing that though. You know what I'm saying? Not every single artist was doing that.
So
that's that on that.
I'm gonna have to like my shirt says and pull out that Black Panther pride and say,
"Okay, Kang, let's go, Kang."
As a Negro in the United States, a Negro in North American continent in general, there's a level of social consciousness you have to present. Right? It sounds weird to say this. You don't get a certain level of luxury of being where I'm not aware of the plight of my fellow Black man in America. I'm not aware of the plight that people are going through. Mm-hmm. And while Drake does touch down on some of those things, he does it in such a mockerish tone that it's like, do I really want him to really try and go deeper into these social issues?
Like, you don't really want to pick everybody's brain sometimes.
Right. And
it's, look at the A$AP Rocky situation. A$AP Rocky said he was, I think in the interview, he said either he doesn't care or he doesn't really like know much about it. And he got killed for it.
Right.
But it's like what we're saying, like,
remember J. Cole got killed? J. Cole got killed when he got into that little tiff with No Name because they were saying, like, oh, yo, you're a leader among Black people. He's like, yo, what the fuck? How am I a leader? I read books. And I tell niggas these are books I'm reading. You mad because niggas like,
read the same books.
I'm articulate. Like, his albums are toxic. Like, keep it a buck. If you listen to his music and you really dive into it, a lot of it is homophobic. A lot of it is like 1970s, 1980s Black Panther level pro-Blackness in a very negative manner. But there's a lot of positivity sprinkled on top of it, so people don't go deeper. And I say as a fan of J. Cole, so I recognize that. Where it's like, if you're looking to your music artists as these guys are going to be the songs of revolutions, then you've never actually been in a revolution. The song of a revolution are the voice of the people. It's not the voice of the person.
Exactly.
The artists don't do that.
The music sometimes is just a soundtrack for when they out there doing their thing.
Everyone wants Bob Marley, but no one wants Bob Marley. And that's
so Drake, it's safe to say Drake ain't gonna give us a tip of a butterfly.
No, it's not that he's gonna give us that. I'm not looking for that from him.
I don't look at like when people look at K. Dot as like he's doing all these social issues and stuff like that. It's like, yo, that's not really what he's doing.
You got that from one album.
All right, and a lot of it is just him talking about his observations of things going on around him.
His growth.
Because he's articulate, you assume it's this very deep thing. And it's like, nah, stop putting these.
To Pimp a Butterfly is his growth into becoming a damn black.
Speaking of K Dot, I just sent something to the chat. That's about K Dot.
Oh, well, actually, speaking of, we actually just got news that he has put a lot of new songs onto, was it ASCAP, I believe?
Yeah, from
BMI.
Yeah, a lot of those got copyrighted and stuff. I seen.
Yeah, he copyrighted a lot of songs
like a few days ago.
Yeah, I thought that, but I ain't gonna lie, I've never seen nobody searching this hard.
Oh no, they do that all the time, bro.
Those like, titles look.
Maybe I don't search for those pages at least. I don't know.
There's a little business thing. Let me pull on that cap for y'all one time. So when you go into looking for things, there's certain places you look when you're trying to find information. If you're trying to find information on a company that's developing a particular type of software or technology, you typically look in all the hiring places to see who they're hiring and what type of people they're hiring, and you look at their investor relations reports, and you can glean to a certain extent of what they're going. When it goes to music, typically they have to copyright the titles of the songs ahead of time, so you can always find out when an artist is dropping something just by you, because you now have an easy access to search online for the copyrights.
Y'all listen, man. Gino giving you that exclusive.
Same thing when it comes to certain movies and TV shows. A lot of times the copyright exists well beforehand and people just don't know. So if you're looking for a TV show and you see it on the street, it's never going to be by its copyright name. It's always going to have a altered name. It's going to say something completely different. But when you look online for the copyright, it's going to be there. The whole thing is you don't know anything else besides just the copyright as far as who are the copyright holders.
Man, these song titles though. Like the Erica Kane, the hold on, Erica Kane sound like some like Shireen.
That sounds like a wordplay. Era of cocaine and Erica cocaine.
He got before the Hangman's Noose. That's the first song I see on here. Director, I End of the Line, Driving Down the Dark. Like, listen, by the song titles, it sounds like he's in that damn bag, kinda.
Damn was a good album.
Damn was it like
I think like I like
give you a bunch of different sounds. Let me give you the street, let me give you the pop, let me give you the love, all of that.
Pimp a Butterfly is still like that's the peak for me.
No, his first album was so prolifically good. That was, to me, that was one of those first times hit the hammer and everything fucking just all the impurities fly out the fucking steel. That was a perfect strike. No hesitation on it. And speaking of perfect strikes, can we talk about All Out?
Perfect.
Yeah,
are you ready to talk about All Out? Or do you
yes. I mean, I'm ready. Like I said, let's get into the meat and potatoes. So we have Los on there last night, man. But I know you've seen it. I know you heard it, man.
Yeah, no, I saw.
What do you think of our review of 4.8 stars out of 7?
I think from what I saw, because I'm gonna give you the matches that I saw. I saw MJF and Jericho. MJF is the heel god.
That entrance.
That entrance, like trolling out of niggas.
Who did that before?
Dolph Ziggler.
I saw that. I saw Suzuki pop up on John Moxley.
Yeah, I like the Japanese wrestler.
Darby and CM Punk. I saw. Very disappointed by CM Punk.
Thank you.
Why are you
very disappointed?
We're gonna now officially lower the star rating by 1 star. It's now 3.
My nigga, like, first of all, you show up in joggers, and then like why is he showing up in joggers?
No, I think
bro. And I get it. I get that he hasn't wrestled in about 7-8 years. I understand that. But you're going up against Darby Allin. Fresh face, hot, fresh young face. Pause if needed. And it just looked like he couldn't keep up with Darby.
I think, honestly, he should have came back and wrestled one of the... No, I think he should wrestle one of the dudes from the Revival.
Give him up, but Gino, he should have gotten a warm up on a Dynamite.
FTR, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm talking about.
Dash, and the other one.
Yeah, because I'll be real, those two guys will probably been perfect pace and tempo
Right.
for him.
Good
And it would
dance
have
partner.
those
That's
good.
very underrated for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
And
a good
I
dance
feel
partner.
like just thinking about it, like because I was thinking from last night, I was saying like, yo, Darby should have been a build-up match. It shouldn't have been just the first match out the gate. And
But I do get. I feel like the build up. I mean, for like the hype for the return match do be good. You know what I'm saying? So not having anything between just building up the hype, and then when you get the match, you're like, ah. But just like I said, it was just like, damn.
You know what it was? They let him live. They knew they were going to let him live because it's Chicago. They wasn't going to turn on Punk in Chicago. That's unheard of. They were going to let him live no matter what he gave y'all in that ring.
so
Give him a warm up at a Dynamite before this to, you know what I'm saying? Give him a dash, give him one of the revival niggas, a good dance partner, so you can keep up with him.
so he can just sit there and look at it.
My good, G.
I was gonna say the main thing was like I said, it wasn't that he looked so. Wait, hold on, wait, time out. Y'all want to hear my thoughts? Y'all can watch the last episode. Loso, go ahead.
It looked like he couldn't keep up with Darby. Now, I mean, I'm glad. I also think he should have put Darby over. He should have put Darby over. I don't think Punk should have won.
That's crazy.
That you're there to put, like, think about the age gap. You're there to put over your. This is like Goldberg beating Kevin Owens. What are you beating the young nigga for? It does nothing for you. It does nothing for Punk beating Darby Allin.
I agree with that to a certain extent. I think the real thing should have been he should have been facing. All right, here goes my hot take. Darby Allin doesn't need this rub. Flat out.
He's gotten plenty of rubs though. He's got
Right.
a lot of rubs.
The whole thing is what they're trying to do is show that Darby Allin's a main event picture while they're not keeping him in the main event. And it's not a good idea because what you're doing is sacrificing a lot of star power. Like Jungle Boy is way too involved in too many storylines. Just as a background character. And it's like,
it's a Star Wars storytelling though. It's right. Supposed to grow with every it's like a living story kind of thing. It's supposed to grow with every episode.
And I'm intrigued with a certain level. I'm intrigued with a certain level of development. It's the business side proximity where it's like, yo, hold on. How does this benefit the whole roster? Rising tide raises all boats, but you can't go to the deep ocean in a fucking raft. You're putting a lot of your wrestlers on fucking rafts, and you're putting a couple on fucking luxury cruise liners. And you're saying like, hey, go ahead, go around the world. WWE built their Titanic. We watched them sink. We're going to do it too, but we're not going to sink because we're going to go a different direction. There's icebergs in both ways. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just bad booking in the sense that you're not looking towards your future stars with the level of confidence you should with a young company. And what you're doing is you're looking to your your very selective few future stars. You're not using your whole roster. And that becomes a problem later on because you had wrestlers who were better suited for the match, and you should have said flat out, like, hey, look, Darby has Sting with him right now. Let's give you another pay-per-view to build up to this.
Before that, Gino, he got the title from Cody. That's another rub. He's got a full-on massage with all these rubs.
The rub with Taz. People forgot about that.
See what I'm saying? Like, clearly, Darby is the one they're investing all of the eggs in.
Right.
He's the bad they're putting all their eggs in.
He's going to be their Mystique character.
Nah, I don't think
he's their Vampiro, their Sting.
I think they were trying to build that up, and they're not.
Don't disrespect. Don't look.
Oh, me now. I was making a face about what I was thinking.
No. Arri, you made a face when I said Vampiro. Don't disrespect.
I love Vampiro, but don't do that.
Sue had a point. Go ahead, Sue.
Gino looked like Vampiro on the low with his dreads.
I said that CM Punk had ring rust, and I'll take that back. I watched the match back, and it was just his pace compared to what I'm normally seeing with Darby Allin.
So you see what I was saying last night. So that was my whole thing.
I think the ring rust came from him like doing the heavy holds, and you can see him talking and stuff, rubbing his head on his back,
stuff like that.
That right there.
It could be we haven't seen him in so long that we would just had our expectations so high that you know what I'm
And
saying.
we were really had our eyes all
expecting-
over this match though.
I mean, bro, I wasn't expecting like a high flying all around the ring. I was expecting more ring psychology. Like,
gentlemen, I missed the battle royal. How did my baby do?
Ruby won. Ruby won. She did great.
No, Rupert.
No, you talking about
I'm
Anna Jay.
Rupert. I'm talking about Anna Jay.
Jay was all right. Who eliminated Anna Jay?
Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose?
Yeah, Nyla Rose.
Whoa! She eliminated Anna Jay.
It was either her or somebody else. Somebody else eliminated, but she did all right.
Did the crowd pop when Ruby popped in?
She got probably the second biggest pop of the night.
Because I seen the last.
I'm lying. Because
Adam Cole got the biggest pop of the night.
No, Daniel Bryan did.
They were even doing the yes chants already.
I don't know.
As soon as Cole kicked, you know what I'm saying, Jungle Boy.
That's when it went crazy.
Yes chants started like flowing in, bro. Started flowing in. As soon as they started doing that promo.
Did you expect any less? Like, did you expect Adam Cole not to join the Elite? Like,
this is why.
I'll go next.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say pretty much
first. So go.
Like I said, a part of me didn't off rip. Going off just, I feel they were going to, you know what I'm saying, flesh out a little bit of the Elite storyline for the fans. They did, you know what I'm saying, through Kenny's promo and such, and him coming out and giving them the tension. But in the second hand, they gave us even more fan service by just saying, fuck it. Let's just put it back together.
The shot at Vince at the end?
Huh?
He was like, what did he say? He said, the Elite is the greatest wrestling faction in the world. And and then he ended it with like, ain't no chance in hell you can beat us, and like it was a shot at Vince, you know, the obligatory.
That was a shot at because there's so many factions out here, bro, in the game.
I'm gonna call this out, and this is some real shit right now. I think the level of idiocy that's being presented and is being shown off as like, yo, this is good wrestling is a bad idea. Because two things happen when you burn bridges, and that's what Elite is doing.
Well, hold on. No, they are not. Did you check out their media scrum?
What do you mean?
Like the post joint. So a lot of like Daniel Bryan, Adam Cole, they gave WWE their props. It was no ill will or nothing like that from their side or any of that nature. Which is like I said, we was talking about the joint. Like, what would Adam Cole have to be mad about from leaving? He don't got nothing to be mad about. He did for the 4 years that he was in WWE. He made the fucking most of it. And made a fucking mark.
You don't think he feels like he could have done more though, Arri? Like you don't think his ceiling was a little too low?
4 years, NXT champion, tag team champion,
but main roster he didn't
on the main roster showed out, looked at as a real threat on the main roster.
He didn't get a run. He didn't get a run.
Two champions. You don't need a run.
When you didn't have to, bro. The run that he had
only
enough
NXT champion to beat the Universal and World Heavyweight.
The pop he got at Royal Rumble, like bro, like he did enough to show like Adam Cole is still popping wherever he goes.
So
like
baby Triple H. Since you're saying this, just hear me out. Them saying stuff like, yo, we're the world's greatest faction and stuff like that. What you do, well, that sounds like
that said that shit too. It was Adam Cole that said it.
Right. Yeah. What you do right there is you suddenly say, like, hey, that UE shit
out the window.
And UE was over big, like it was big,
right?
Because of him.
Not just because of him.
All four of them. He was a face.
They all put in the work. You got to remember Kyle O'Reilly did his thing. When Roderick switched over and turned it up. Like,
remember the night they linked up? Remember it was Red Dragon linked up first. They turned heel. They didn't get that pop until Adam Cole linked up with them niggas at the end.
Yes, because we all said it right there. It was the ROH link up. All the fans were, remember, a lot of those ROH fans
they migrated to there. I know, but they didn't get it till Cole got there.
What I'm saying is this: Vince McMahon's been in the wrestling game way too long to look at him and saying like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna make shots at him and it's all cool." Remember, while Vince has burnt bridges across the ways, his money swims. His money swims, and the real talk. This is the thing. Adam Cole, while he's doing good and looking great over at AEW, all it takes is WWE to say, you know what? Hunter, who the writers? Okay, cool. We're gonna give you a little bit more latitude with these two belts. Go crazy here. Paul, keep up going with it. Remember, look, keep it a buck. Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns' title run right now is more interesting than anything these guys are doing.
Because at the end of every match, you're waiting for who's gonna challenge him next. It's a running show.
This is the craziest part. His matches are more engaging and entertaining because of the fact of the storytelling. There's this Roman Reigns, the last Roman Reigns match. Who he fought?
Cena.
Was that really a good match to you guys?
Yeah,
it
could be better.
Right, I'm talking about wrestling. The wrestling.
No.
The
in-ring chemistry, though, the in-ring showmanship, the shit talking from Roman, the posturing, that shit made everything suddenly different.
But he do that every match now. That's
right, but that's what I'm saying. That level of atmosphere. Cody Rhodes does that,
though. But I feel you though.
Kenny Omega does that. The problem with Kenny Omega, one of the best at doing that. Like, yo, did I do that right into the camera? Like, okay,
that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
He's such a dweeb, yo, but it makes him make it funny though.
Yeah, but like him actually talking shit. FTR, they do that shit.
Oh yeah.
When they in the ring, they talk that shit. And the thing is, like,
old school. That's like Jim Cornette niggas.
But it's not even just that Jim Cornette. You even got the Young Bucks do it, and they're the new picks. The thing is, what I was expecting from CM Punk was that.
Sidebar, Adam Cole's All Elite Jordan 1s look fire.
I didn't look at
the thing with CM Punk is, bro, is like CM Punk hasn't presented that bravado like that he should be like that
in a while.
He only did that when he was a heel, so
now
you probably don't get that until he's either like a match that is like
we got that shit as a face
competition or
2011 Summer of Punk. We got that.
This ain't 2011, bro. That's 10 years ago.
But that's what I'm saying. We haven't seen that bravado in a while because he has yet to. He got to get his legs back from under him. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, bro, he's winging all of this though, bro. For real. But go ahead.
Now, just hear me out. We know Vince McMahon's one of the smartest businessmen. We can't pretend he's a shrewd businessman. No, he's a smart businessman. You don't buy that.
It comes with that. Right. Gino, it comes with that. It goes hand in hand. Shrewd.
He's an American.
No, I don't think he's shrewd now. I think he's more brazen now.
That nigga is shrewd.
But just hear me out. I think the repackaging of NXT is going to build off of a lot of the stuff they learned down in NXT. You might see NXT. Yeah, you might see the NXT guys come up, and suddenly these guys are ready packaged, and they have all the in-ring stuff already down packed.
Bro, look who they got waiting. They got Rick Steiner's son waiting. They got the next Lesnar.
They got Gable Stevenson, bro.
They got a couple. They got a couple Olympians too.
Yeah, they got Gable Stevenson and his brother.
So these are people,
Boudreaux, they got him.
They got people that they know are going to get the grappling and the movement down, and they're people that they know are quick and understand the athletics, right? So that right there puts them in a very different than AEW backyard barbecue guys. You feel me?
See, it's a difference when you say, because like I said, man, training in WWE can be just as like, it's like you can have that all these basketball players now go to all of these guys in these gyms, these personal trainers and such like that. But then you can have that one dude who go back to his block with his uncle and still get that same type of old school game that still can be just as effective. You know what I'm saying? I think that when you got guys like the what's my one like, for example, even though he's in NXT, it's not country, but Ciampa, like his training is very old school compared to like how some of these new guys who've been trained in the PC already. You
that nigga fades and shapes, and he's up there.
He's one of their best competitors.
He's also injury prone.
That's true too.
Very much so.
So I want to point this out. AEW, what era is AEW trying to capture?
What
WCW 1998.
I'm not listening to Loso. So the eyes they're trying to capture. What I feel the things they capture is a bit of WCW, a bit of ECW, a bit of New Japan.
Nigga, I'm right.
Nah, I think what they're really trying to capture is that 1980s NWA.
Oh, God, damn, we never watched those.
No. I'm talking about as far as like the gimmick matters. Like where it's like, yo, you believe in the gimmick. That level.
Oh, Gino, 1995, New Generation.
More so the characters,
gimmicks.
Right.
Like
gimmick matters.
It's about the gimmick, not the person.
But that's the thing. They'll tell us it's not sports entertainment, but they try to keep it professional wrestling. But I think when you do, it depends on how the gimmicks are presented.
Time out. I'm gonna be real here. You got fucking Luchasaurus in there. It's wrestling entertainment.
That's about as entertainment as you can get.
The main reason why I watch AEW is for fucking Luchasaurus.
Understandable. In 95. Just like I said,
Luchasaurus. I'll be real. Luchasaurus was on main roster.
But that's why I say they give you. That's why they give you a blend.
Having T-shirts on him. He fucking Xavier Woods will be riding his back into the ring.
Kids, bro. The kids love that shit.
Once again, that's why I say they give you a blend of different. That's why I feel like it's not one specific era.
Right, and what I'm saying is the feel of the matches they're trying to give you is that ECW level of hard hitting, like surprise violence. The level of New Japan the New Japan fucking false finishes and quick tempo. But a lot of what they want
and their time limits too.
That WCW, WWE Monday Night War level fucking finishes where people are throwing shit into the ring. Fucking the crowd is in the uproar. Because I'll be real, no matter how big any of those other promotions, that era was the height of pro wrestling. There was never any other era that was as big as far as across the world.
I thought they were trying to capture like that attitude era, like crash TV, expect the unexpected kind of.
It changed. It starts to change when you start bringing different guys in. Think about ECW, like they were presented as just like a regular wrestler, but when they started bringing in the Eddies and the Malenkos, the Benoits, and started getting, the RVDs and Sabu started to, progress, Taz started to progress. They started saying like, oh wait, we got something on our hands. Let's try to like really, let's market this, let's market that, and market this certain ways. You know what I'm saying?
AEW came out saying off rip, that's what we're doing. We already have these guys, we're gonna develop them, we're gonna force them. And I'll be real. A lot of the stories I've been seeing has been these guys are popping up to be fed to the main guys and then just going back.
The NXT guys, Gino?
No, I'm not talking about the NXT guys. I'm talking about just in general. Like, hey, oh yeah, we got this new wrestler debuting. What he's gonna do is face this guy, go and then go into dark.
Pretty much what they did with Ricky Starks.
Why do y'all down dark though? Like, isn't dark needed for the brand though? Like, don't they need
it?
No, it's not down
it. It has its purpose.
Nah, but like the way y'all talk about dark is like, oh, it's like Saturday night WCW. Like, it's not like
that's how they treat it. Like, as far as the market.
I didn't say that. I just more so they send them down there to get some traction with the fans and such.
Their roster is so big, you need the extra shows.
But the thing is, the reason why their roster is so big is because they're money hungry. They're money rich right now, and they're trying to build up.
Tony is trying to build Tony is trying to match Ted Turner.
The problem is what they should have done is they should have kept the roster at I think probably at most 40 people, if that.
But hey, man, I mean, Tony got the money, and we feel like he got a vision.
They signed a bunch of tag teams, and they're not using them. And the thing is, you can't put it sounds real.
Where that trios belt they were gonna bring out, man? Where that trios belt?
The thing is, again, it's WWE right now. What they're doing is saying like, okay, we see what you're doing over here, and we were wrong to try and compete with you because we're not going to try to compete with you. We're now going to develop our talent.
That's worry about us. We're gonna worry about us.
We're gonna capture the demographic that you've left because you guys are going for the 18 and up. We got that whole generation that's right underneath them that are watching.
They got the kids. WWE got the kids. WWE is aiming the kids.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is the weirdest shit. 4th of July, me and my kids are hanging out. Right, they're on the bed, we're watching YouTube. I go out the room to go downstairs. I come back up, and I hear wrestling. Right, and I'm just like, you guys watch wrestling? And they look back at me with like just a serious, intense face.
What's that? What's the meme where it's like Cartman
heard of John Cena?
And all them niggas looking back like, the fuck, nigga? Hell yeah, we watching wrestling.
And so we watch a whole bunch of John Cena matches, and they're telling me all the stuff about Cena.
Good damn John Cena.
I asked them about AEW. They looked at me like I was stupid. We don't watch that. That's not no.
But
and then
that goes to what I'm saying about NXT. Remember what I was saying about NXT? How they're going to market certain gimmicks and certain things are going to be completely marketed for that specific demo because that's they want that, and we're going to give that to them. You know what I'm saying?
The repackaging that is going to happen is going to be one of those nice, smooth, prolific repackagings.
First
that's what I'm anticipating.
But don't give us no more. Don't give us no way Jose's because they tried that and that did not work. Because it worked. The people loved it, but
I think what it is, and this to tie it back up.
Probably could wrestle.
Tie it back up to what we were talking about with Hogan, where it's like, look, it's time to be a little bit different and give the fans what they want. But at the same time, I gotta be true to myself. You know, I gotta speak more directly and let you know this isn't for you. This one, when I'm talking like AEW, a lot of the people over there are like, yo, we're gonna do pipe bombs. You know, we're gonna be able to be real. We're gonna talk all this shit.
But that shit don't affect WWE. Like that's why whenever they throw shots at WWE, and it's a lot of them, in my mind, I'm like, yo, they living rent free in your head.
The thing is this: I'll be real. MVP Bobby Lashley go over to AEW. That audience will go fucking insane if they saw them two walking through this thing.
Well, of course, no.
I'm just saying, even if like Bobby Lashley gets fired tomorrow, he pops up in AEW. The first thing they're gonna say is, "Yo, he needs to be going up against Kenny Omega right away."
That's what every time somebody gets cut from WWE, that's the first thing they say. They're gonna put the AEW gif with Cody like this. That's all they do. The speculation is gone.
But it wasn't always options like that though. Before going out,
it was.
You could, but not to this extent though.
Right,
not to this extent,
you
bro.
weren't guaranteed to be on TV.
Not like to be on TV like this. Like, come on, bro. The bag, it wasn't like that, man.
You're right. It's the bag. The bag is a lot crazier, and I think Daniel Bryan.
You want Daniel Bryan, my nigga? Go ahead.
Daniel Bryan said what changed his mind because he was in two minds about going to AEW. I think he said what swayed his mind this way was that memorial they did for Brody. That's what, because did y'all see a press conference that Daniel Bryan? He was touching on
I put the notes of it in the chat and such.
He said that memorial kind of the way they did it, he was like, oh, it was beautiful, a lot of attention to detail. It kind of opened my eyes that this is where I need to be. I need to showcase my talents here. And he want to go to Japan and Mexico to CMLL too.
Yeah, this is.
Give me Zack Sabre Jr. versus motherfucking Daniel Bryan.
You heard what he said, right, Arri? He said, oh, Tony said I was gonna come in here and teach these young guys, and I'm like, no, fuck that. I want to kick these young guys' heads in.
Like, that's the American Dragon for your ass.
Done. I can't wait.
Quick highlights from the joint. Like I said, like you said, the Brody Lee joint was the thing for him. He said he needs something wild. He needed something fresh and new in his life in wrestling. He said he loved WWE, but there was never one moment that he knew. He kept seeing it was fixated. It says having a family, his life became tame, and he needs something wild. His connection to pro wrestling that was missing at WrestleMania is back now, and he could feel it in his trailer waiting for the moment. I'm going to show everyone what Elite looks like and what Elite looks like. Let's fucking go.
I'll be real.
Bryan Danielson says his wife Brie Bella is happy in WWE. Would be hard for her to leave, but he doesn't really know for sure.
I know she was employed still.
That's what the dude said. That was crazy. He said Brian. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I feel like go ahead.
No, it's real quick. You said the Brody Lee joint. I'm trying to see anything else. Oh, he said WWE gave him a gracious offer to stay and was going to be able to include him doing stuff outside WWE. I'm interested in what that type of stuff would have been, because I don't think it would have been like how I don't think it would have been like this, where he'd be able to go to other promotions and continue to wrestle.
His own network show.
I mean, I've
always wanted for WWE is to let their guys go on excursions. I've always wanted them to do that.
WWE did try that, and what happened was the Japan audience, while they appreciated the Japan wrestlers.
What are you talking about? With Hogan?
They have evolved though, right?
It's better now because it's younger talent, and the fans are like, they be craving to see these dream matchups, like, you know what I'm saying? And they know like these guys can actually like provide it now. You know what I'm saying?
I think WWE has really looked at NXT and said, like, you know what? This is our little experiment of opening the forbidden door. We see what it led to.
But even with that, when you have like Randy go down there, Who used to go to like Randy and with like Cesaro used to him and Sami Zayn's matches and such like that. I even wish they used to. I even wish they did that to an extent. I mean, they're kind of doing it now, like what they see with Finn Balor. Like that was a good experiment. If they go
back, I think he was going to go to NXT. He was going to end up going to NXT. I think
they're doing it right now with Mandy Rose to an extent on NXT. So it's working in its ways. You know what I'm saying? So, but
I think
we could have gotten Gargano and DB.
Like
you never know.
You got Tommaso and DB.
The way they look, shit.
That might have been the match I wanted.
Crazy over here now.
But like this is that those times where it's like you get real excited for wrestling, but at the same time you get worried because it's WWE. It seems like everyone was saying, "Oh, NXT is gonna be the thing." It's like, yo, you didn't get Vince McMahon involved. You got Hunter involved. You getting Vince McMahon now?
Nah, they cut Hunter out. Remember, Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon cut him out.
Really cut him out though.
No, I'm saying now it's like, yo, Hunter, we did this shit. You know, You know that too sweet shit. This is because of you from back in the day. This is all because of you. These are your children.
This is you made this choice.
But see, that's fucked up because he always gets the fucked up end of the stick. Every time with the always gets the fucking backlash of
bro, listen, hear me out.
That's crazy.
It always goes back to the
friends with these niggas.
I ain't forget what he did to Booker T. I ain't forget that shit. Black Panther Pride. I ain't forget what he did to Booker T. Bro, that nigga deserves that shit.
What he told Booker T, he told that nigga, people like you aren't champions.
Bro, that's it. Hunter, that's not even fucking his real name. People call him Hunter. What the fuck is that? His name is Paul.
It's because he's real.
That's real. Like when CM Punk called that nigga Paul, I was like, that nigga named Paul?
You see his face though when he called him Paul? Like, yo, my wife don't even call me that.
Stephanie was on a Howard Stern interview in like 2002 calling him Paul.
Yeah, I remember. I seen that interview.
Talking about how she like head and all that.
Let's swing it back though. Like I said, Daniel Bryan clearly has a lot of upside. With being in AEW right now. And knowing me, like y'all always, you know what I'm saying, here for me, you know what I'm saying, you probably not see, but Daniel Bryan, huh?
Give me three.
But I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan is up there for like top 5 active right now. Like he's been like that for a long time.
He's best in the world for real.
Like my favorite wrestlers, like for the past couple years have been Kenny Omega, Daniel Bryan, shit. Like real talk, those two consistently. You know what I'm saying? And Finn Balor too.
Nigga yo, the disrespect, son.
To who?
AJ, you stay disrespecting AJ.
He hasn't really been my favorite wrestler.
Yo,
bro. Sorry.
I hope DB kicked the shit out of Omega, dog.
Hey, and I would be going crazy, bro.
I hope that's his first fade.
Hey, when you come at the king, you best not miss.
R.I.P. Michael K. Williams.
Big facts, man. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys have any last things to say on All Out before we move on? No, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Did you answer his dream match questions?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You said 3 dream matches for Brian. I said one of them already is him and Zack Sabre Jr. That's number 1.
I said one too. Him and Omega.
That's number 1. And I ain't gonna lie, these might not be all AEW joints. These are just since he's out in the field now. Him versus Jonathan Gresham. That's number 2.
Ultimate submission match. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Number 3, I'll probably and him and Kenny Omega. Those are my 3: Zack Sabre Jr., Jonathan Gresham, and Kenny Omega.
All right,
I want to see him in Ospreay.
I think for me, my 3 dream matches, right? I'm surprised you didn't say this. Off bat, number 1, American Dragon versus Luchasaurus. You have to have that happen.
Oh, God.
Reptile versus Reptile. Get the fuck out of here. That shit was
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm dead. Yo, he gonna be when we come out with a fire Shang-Chi flip on there.
Talk that Shang-Chi shit. Go ahead. That's the nigga that left during the fucking Thanos shit. He didn't know where he went.
You gotta have that one.
He didn't know where he went.
Next, I want Daniel Bryan versus fucking Brian Cage.
Ooh. Yo, random.
He gave us a good match.
It was they had somebody had it was Adam Page versus Ethan Page versus Brian Cage versus Christian Cage in the cage. at Rampage. Bro, I fucking cried for like 5 minutes. And somebody really was just high as fuck and thought of this shit. It probably wasn't high.
Cage squared.
Like, yo, what? But no, finish your last one, bro.
And then my last one, of course, is I want to see Daniel Bryan versus fucking MJF. You gotta give me someone who's one of their guys who's actually polished and ready to go.
Who can go with him?
And just let him.
MJF can really wrestle too, man. Like, this is what we really highlight his wrestling too.
Mention him and Christian Cage, because the way Christian Cage just performed right now, it's like I feel like you can put him up there with the top tier talent, the mid tier talent. You can't put him down there with the low guys because they're not good enough dance partners.
Who would you consider low guys on the roster right now?
Anyone who repeatedly appears on Dark and exclusively on Dark.
Okay, man, I don't know who those guys
But
are.
you know,
he probably will pull up on Dark. You know him, like he just loves.
No, I'm saying exclusively on Dark. Like they haven't.
I'm saying, you know, he probably will do that. Oh, honorable mention for me. Him versus Daniel Garcia. I will continue to promote my mans on this podcast.
Go ahead,
Buffalo Township. But no,
wait.
Yo, I got one. Because since he's in the field, like Arri said, like I'm not gonna keep it all AEW.
Boy, outside.
He's outside. So him and
we're going outside. I thought we were just doing AEW roster.
Nah, we're going.
I said most of my joints are probably not going to be AEW because he's outside.
All right, go ahead, go.
No, remix your joint.
No, go ahead.
Him and Will Ospreay, because I mean technical high flyer. I need to see that. Him and Kota Ibushi. I'd love to see that. I would love to see him go to Japan, and you know, we're gonna go into battle rap soon. Test his pen, test his skills with a nigga like Kota Ibushi.
Let's see if them yes kicks line up to them Ibushi kicks, nigga. Ibushi gonna cave your damn chest in.
And as far as like
that Kobe test,
I want him and Ishii to go at it.
All right.
Nah, save Ishii for Miro.
I want him and Ishii, like that size difference. I want him and Ishii to go.
Change one. I'm gonna change my last pick.
I knew this nigga was gonna keep the Luchasaurus. What?
My nigga Rush.
Yes.
Coming soon. He's coming to AEW. He's coming soon.
His AEW. He gonna be actually, you know what I'm saying, Rush actually had I think he got into a car. Something happened with Rush.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying, no, Rush, whatever. It's
R.I.P. David Patton, motorcycle accident. Former Patriots wide receiver David Patton passed away this week. R.I.P. to him, man.
Wow, that's
it coming threes. It coming threes.
Yeah, son. He had something. I forgot what happened to him, but I know. You know what I'm saying? Hope, you know what I'm saying? Blesses him. Hopefully get back in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Get it back popping. And hopefully we see him pop up at AEW with his hombre, Andrade, man.
That's we're waiting for that because I think they got like a Latin exchange faction happening right here.
I need the Los Ingobernables back together.
Los Ingobernables de AEW.
Yeah. Like I said, man, that Adam Cole dream matches for that.
Him and Mox never got at it in WWE, right? When he was in NXT, him and Mox would
probably be crazy. I think that would be like a even heightened version of him versus MJF.
Him and Mox, I want him to go down to like Dark and fight like a Janela or an Ethan Page.
Damn, Ethan Page don't even need to be on Dark. We're not even going to keep associating him with Dark. He needs to be on TV.
I liked him with the
like, bro, you didn't leave Impact for this shit, bro. You was in one of the best tag teams in fucking wrestling.
North. Shout out the North, god damn it.
Damn, man. Look what Josh Alexander doing and look what you let me chill, bro. Let me chill.
Impact got some gunners, man. You're not gonna play like Impact don't got gunners.
Speaking of gunners,
he's really one of them niggas right now. Like Josh Alexander is one of them boys right now.
Impact got gunners, man.
Speaking of gunners,
did you have a last one?
I was saying, speaking of gunners, there's some gun bars we should be discussing.
Okay, let's get into that.
You want to do Civil War? I call all of RBE except Clips and K.
I ain't gonna lie, man. RBE wasn't.
It was mid.
It was mid.
I ain't even gonna
B Magic and Red.
I gotta walk that back. I gotta walk that back.
Man.
I was on this camera, and I said it vividly. Battle of the night would be Red and Magic. Boy, was I wrong. Don't get me wrong. Red cooked food. Red might have been
food, but it wasn't. It still wasn't that entertaining of a battle though.
Like he had sports bars, like that 357 Durant numbers bar was
fire. Was fire.
Fire.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like we're hearing a lot of 357 bars as of late now.
Yes, sir. Vashay, Street Hymns got cooked by a female. We need to talk about
that. Stop doing that, bro. Please stop doing that. Women can rap too, bro. They listen to rap.
Bonnie nice? You think Bonnie's nice? Bonnie top 5?
Bonnie been like is very talented, bro. Like I'm not even gonna do that. She was freestyling and cooking a nigga, bro. Delivery. I mean, okay, maybe I don't like her delivery all like that, but her freestyling, her lyrics, like she can rap, bro. Like she's official.
Pack him up.
Now I do give it. Now she did have some weird shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But when you sit there and freestyling on a nigga though, still cooking them, that says a lot.
Flex.
You feel me?
Like that flex
we
from
seen Bonnie in Cyphers. We seen Bonnie, and we're not talking about you over back like in like actual like hip hop.
Yo, what's good? Y'all see what's good? Assalamu alaikum, brother.
What's going on, my man?
He tried to go
change that I to an A, my brother.
Hello, Kang. Put the picture up.
Change that I.
I seen Kang. We gonna do it for you, brother.
One time
for the A.
One time for the one time. Bam.
Yeah, if we don't name this episode We Was Kangs, come on, we gotta name it We Was Kangs.
Oh, is the Kang episode?
We Was Kangs.
It is Kangs. But like I said,
he tried to do the transformation chamber shit. He tried to go Stefan Urkel, but he called himself, instead of Street Hymns, he was Boulevard. Like it.
Yo, fucking Swave and Ike P had me crying. But
my god!
Like, nigga, you don't fucking wear no book bag with a dress shirt, nigga. I was like, you said,
yo, they was cooking
that shit, nigga.
They was cooking
crying, my nigga.
They was cooking Lush One on the stream. When they brought Norbs out, they was cooking Norbs.
That was surprising.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They had them niggas on for like a whole podcast, my nigga. Like, Jesus fucking.
Shout out Restore.
They started whipping through them shits, but god damn. I mean, like, I didn't even know Lush was like, bro, I don't got enough fucking.
Lush was like,
these niggas. Like, god damn, like
he was digging in his self-reflective bag. Niggas in the comments like,
you know, I'm from this hood, and I'm like, well, man, get this shit the fuck off of here, man. I fuck with Lush, but man, I know he didn't even want to be on that shit that long. But IP and them had me crying, yo. Chrissy Yamaguchi, she, man, that thing.
Mommy.
That thing be moving. You know what I'm saying? Blessings to her.
She's a great follow. She's a great follow.
You got them yada da means.
Way to tie it in, motherfucker. Yada mean podcast.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think about
the Yada mean podcast.
Oh, man. What else what else happened on RBE?
We had Ill Will and Clean had a fire battle.
That was a good battle. That was a good battle. I get
Ill Will
that was a good battle.
How he ended his rounds every time.
Right. Ill Will, obviously. The way he started his rounds, like
with the calico.
You told me such and such now have calico want to kill you. Then he had to do that black want to kill you. He's such it. Like it got to the point where even Clean had to laugh with the shit because he was kept doing that shit. That shit was funny though, man. But it was good.
Clean first round was.
No, I'm surprised he was physically there. I'm surprised.
Right though, but I don't think he was gonna do that. Like it's like. I don't think Michigan niggas fuck over Michigan niggas at least.
No, and he kept saying that's his name.
At least that.
After the battle. After the battle, he was like, he always wanted to battle Will because he admires like that Will took what he did and kind of revamped it and made it his own.
Yeah, I agree with that most definitely. And I like in this first round with how Will was talking about just how like we were trying to build the Detroit scene and such like that, and then like y'all were coming off and trying to do your whole separate shit. And I just like how he kind of depicted that, kind of like finding a way to try to make the crowd, you know what I'm saying, like turn on Will in a sense.
What do you
like,
think about Will?
Themselves from the Midwest movement? Because in a sense, you would see it if it's all Detroit. Then like Pontiac is doing their own thing. It's like, hey niggas, what the fuck? Just link up. But they were doing it was the Mike Murderers versus
Goon Room TV.
Yes. So obviously that was Detroit versus, you know what I'm saying? But
what do you think of Will's Coastal White bar?
So, but it was a good angle. But like I said, other than that, Will.
What do you think about his Coke So White bar? He said Coke So White, it's, man, you know, she's having sex with a black guy.
It's still not better than the ARP surprise because that shit was like, hey, yo, nigga, your boss, not your ball, but nah, nigga, that was crazy. But nah, that was a crazy fucking joint. But nah, it was a very entertaining battle. Definitely got some replay value to it, man. Shout out to Will, showing he still is, if not, you know what I'm saying, one up or
he
not.
Called them out. He called them out. He called them both out. He called out Hitman. He called out Hollow.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
It's time.
I like those, but I want to see him versus Geechee.
Time out. Put what Cole said right there. My nigga, I'll tell you right now, I'm fucking chef for this shit.
Curry
that sounds good. That actually sounds good.
That does sound good.
I'll tell you right now, whatever day you want to do the chef off, I'll do it.
Cole, did you do the whole? Like,
we gotta do
Cole or did you do it as like cutlets?
We gotta do a Cole and Gino chef off.
Nah, for real, because if he did it as the cutlets, my nigga, oof, I love some curry.
I'll tell you right now, my nigga, I'll make fresher pasta, like,
and then we gotta do like
tacos from scratch. I make tacos from scratch, bro. I will grind that shit up into the flour so the shell.
Fish tacos.
I don't do fish tacos. That's nasty, bro. Your tacos should smell better than that. If it smells like fish, you always say, yeah, you should go see a marine biologist and get that look.
This is a sick Negro.
What is on your noodle, B?
That's a bar. No, he said marine biologist, but you know that there's a bar there because the Marines. But come on, I hate this thing.
Anyway, yo.
But no, back to the card, man. Like I said, Ill Will was definitely one of the highlights. I missed Tyler Clips versus.
I did too. I heard Clips got K out of here. That's what I heard. I haven't seen it.
Oh, I gotta check for that when that drops, then, man, for sure. But that's a matchup I will check if I, you know what I'm saying, didn't, you know what I'm saying, if that was a one up or whatever, just because of the style clash anyway. But I'm eager to check that shit out. But let's move on to the battles that were released.
And Smack was real petty, dropping one battle.
He said it at the event that he was gonna do that. So
one battle per hour while the event is going on. It's petty.
I mean, why would you drop them all together?
Nigga, he usually does that. He usually does that.
Make sure that
when he dropped all the summer and the double impact battles, he did them all at once. He does this shit one by one.
That card was doo-doo.
I'm gonna send Vashay the link.
Hey, I haven't spoken to that dude in a minute.
No, big facts, bro. But yeah, man. Shout out to Smack giving us that fan service, giving us all those, you know what I'm saying, good battles that was on there, man. A lot of stories to, you know what I'm saying, bring from that, man. T-Top versus Mike P's third round. Fucking Jay, the Nightwing versus Kid Chaos fights. Not like physical fight, but just
Twerk is back, nigga.
Twerk is back, man. Him versus Loso was a goodie. Chaos versus Jay was great. Ad versus Real Sick was really dope.
That's the one. That was
a fun battle. That was a fun battle. I ain't get to see Lou versus Jack. You seen that one, and I ain't seen Ryder versus Don Marino. I'll catch that when I catch it.
Jack had the so he had a lupus. He had like an outbreak in the battle. Like I think in his second round, you see him like crouch down, and Lou asked him like, "Yo, are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, just go." And Jack just tells him like, "Yo, don't worry about me. Cook food." Like, and Lou, listen, man, Lou went with an angle. He said, "Yo, I'm the only Goonie to headline Gnome." Like son, Lou Castro is the fucking future, dog.
Who he battled for Gnome?
He battled Mike.
Oh,
he battled Mike. Like,
yeah, what's good, brother?
What's up, Vashay?
What's good,
So I tell you, boys out here growing the Godfros out here. You heard?
Feel
me? Trying to get like my man up here with the Vampiro dreads.
What's going on, Kang?
Hey, Wale.
But yo, How did you feeling? How you feeling about? How did you feel about that RBE card? If you caught it.
I think RBE had a really good card. Clips and Big K was an interesting battle. I thought Ill Will is definitely showing his champion of the year run. Like he's really
30 year in a row, Vashay.
Really going.
30 year in a row.
I think he might get this one. I know actually. I don't know if y'all watched Jay Black earlier when he had Av on there. Av made some very valid points about him and Ill Will in general of like about them. Yeah, that live was wilding on caffeine. Like it was really really good. I wouldn't get into that story. I thought RBE's car was good. I really wanted to see EK and Chef Trez because I wanted to hear.
I knew that was a battle. I knew it was a battle that was supposed to be.
But Shay, you know what happened? Smack looked at EK. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna give you Jerry West at the next super fight."
You don't want to be a host no more, right?
Nah, I'm saying, Sean. I'm gonna make you be in that ring, Sean.
I think Smack was like, "Look, I got 12 coupons for Sally's, so you can dye your hair, eat better. Just come on up.
Come on, man.
Hey, man.
Big Papa Pump.
It ain't too much for these niggas to go back to Smack, bro. No pun intended.
Shit, let's finish Harlem Toad.
RBE's car, RBE's car was good, but I was just in awe of like really rough weekend and people wilding. But it was good to just be like, all right, I'm just gonna relax on Saturday, and it was battle after battle after battle. I was like, literally, man, some of these are really really good. Like, Av versus Sick is easily in my top 5 battles of the year.
Bro, Vashay, I told these niggas that's Sick and Iron. That's Iron and Rum Nitty level type of shit.
Av
is that kind of battle.
Av was punched like Thanos used the Power Stone to throw the moon at Iron Man. Like he was
non-stop too. He was
just heavy.
And Sick kept doing this.
I was like, and I've been an Av fan since his None battle. And I'm like, Av is nice. I know we talk about really being a puncher, but how Av punches, I'm like, fam, that hurt. That's them liver shots and kidney shots and the oblique shots. Like Av will tear you down that way.
Cole, it wasn't just Sick that proved that. That was Sick, Lou, Jay, and Chaos of the new era that Cole said Sick. They said Sick wouldn't do well on the stage. That shit is out now. The only one that has to prove that now is Easy.
So here's my thing, right?
Okay, some guys were in their home state, so I want to see Kid Chaos outside
Kid Chaos is from Raleigh. South Carolina, not North Carolina.
Whatever. Carolina's Carolina. It's like I don't know. Whatever.
Carolina's Carolina.
I still want to see him outside. I want to see him outside of
that. The Carolinas is just both shit. Equal.
Yeah. We call all these niggas North Dakota. It's all the same to us. Everybody, all the weirdos is from North Dakota.
They gonna kill this.
I feel like the new era got. I feel like they'll be okay on a stage. Like I really do. Yeah, there's some adjustment things that they have to work on with. I feel like again, Sick going against Av on that stage. I mean, it's Av. Like he held his own. Av was different because Av was like, nah. Exactly. So you gotta be prepared for that. And again, that's really anyway. He needs somebody that's like, hey, let's get someone who's like a chip on their shoulder and wants to come outside. And that was Av's whole thing even on the live. I'm outside. He was like, I don't care if you like me or respect me.
You know who he called out? He called out B Dot on the roof.
Well,
B Dot on the roof.
Av was like,
we got the card. We got that card.
Av was like, he's got to have a talk with Easy. You know, when Easy said it, he was like. So I thought Av versus Sick was by far my favorite battle. I thought Jay showed a lot more. I like Jay the Nightwing. I've been a fan for a while. I know he's struggling with some of the jokes, but again, what he said in the battle that really stuck out to me was I don't punch the same you punch. I specifically don't punch as accurate and methodically as you do. There's a reason. There's a method to my madness.
He had that one line where it's like you going over the heads, but that's gonna drop your accuracy. I was like,
he had a
hard.
one.
Like Hollow had that one line where it's like, oh, you make lines where that, oh, I get it face. I had a lines where, oh, I just shit it face. Where it's like every time I explain something about battle rap, it's like you have people who have lines that make you go, mm-hmm. You have people that got lines that make you go, God damn. You know what I'm saying? And it's a difference where certain people, I feel like that was like that with Jay and Kid Chaos. And I was literally watching where I'll be like, damn, oh shit. And then Chaos, I'll be like,
I got that. Oh, I got that from Ab and Sick. Like I got that from Ab and Sick. Every time Ab was punching like this, Sick was doing this. It was haymakers versus jabs.
So I just want to say this real quick, as probably the most casual battle rap fan here. Y'all seen in the comments will attest to this. I'm a heavy fan of intellectual battle rap, like in the sense of I like those super heavy methodical bars. Mm-hmm. At the same time, I super value those bars that just hit right away. Early Daylight was shit like that. Like, yo, you Peter Griffin pimp and you a Family Guy. Like, boom, you got the joke in, you did it. So this way I'm ready to focus on your next bar. And that's kind of some of the things you need. And a lot of times you have people who have these great prolific verses that you have to listen to 4 times to get it. And it's like, yo, my nigga, this isn't a repeat sport. This isn't a diss record. This is a diss instance. You have one shot at this to get the crowd on your side. If the crowd and the audience at that moment don't agree with you, it don't matter if I listen to it 5 times later to say that you won. You may have you may lose the battle right there and then on the spot. You may win over time, but you still lost that thing. You lost the media opportunity.
That's like in the room and on cam. That's that Gino. Like it might like Twerk and Loso. Twerk and Loso is a perfect example of that. In the room, it looks like Twerk is demolishing Loso. I'm watching it back, bro. Loso's first round is a very good round.
Well, all 3 of his rounds were like that, but once again, it goes to the versus the shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I've actually said something that made sense though. He said that way between Loso and Twerk is because it looked like Loso wrote for a Twerk that wasn't fully prepared. Like he almost angled himself. Was like, all right, cool. You might give 2 rounds or something, but you probably gonna mess up. So
his angle kept falling flat.
And here's the thing, he had not 1 but 2 straps in. So he literally was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and build up this meter and bust out this super ultimate move twice. And here's the thing, looking back at everyone's previous battles, I feel like for the Twerk and Loso, it's like, all right, cool. We saw what Twerk, didn't do versus TJ, so everyone's just glad to see him. But he came in there with the confidence that looked like he was going to complete the battle anyway.
Vashay,
Twerk,
right after the battle, Twerk has said that he was scared of Loso. This is from Twerk's mouth. He said, I was writing like I was afraid of Loso.
He said that for Ab. He went Anwar messaged Twerk when Ab was on Champion today, and they said the same thing. He goes when I write for you, I'm going to write like this is the battle of my life. But here's the issue with that though. You can't, when you're in the limelight, you pick and choose how motivated you are, especially when you're at a tournament for a couple rings, like easily life-changing, life-changing. If you're not motivated for that, it's like, all right, cool. Now he's motivated for Loso, cool. But when is it going to be consistent? That's not like, when are you going to have that consistent drive?
We got to see it.
Take from you.
That reminds me of that great Dirk Nowitzki moment where it's like, yo, we're in the NBA Finals. What else do I need to be motivated about? If you're not motivated being here, then why are you playing? Like, I don't need to make up a reason to be here. I'm here.
It's crazy. He's at the top. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Loso did better than everyone, wanted to give him credit for. again, it's that whole thing of, all right, here's the what if twerk, and look how much he shines and how amazing it is. It was good. But like,
that was such a great angle. Such a great angle.
It was.
Yeah.
But once again,
now where do we go?
Executed it perfectly.
But him going second didn't really help. Like you said, a lot of those angles fall flat when you see a performance like that. But I will say, if any round I would give Loso, it would be that third round. If I give him any round,
I'd give him that first is good too, though.
It is, but Twerk
and then
was
to fight back, because remember how potent that first round from Twerk was.
Twerk used 2 finishers in the first round.
Exactly, and for Loso to still be able to fight back like that, you know what I'm saying? He had his special locked in too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still pretty impressive.
Because they had all the content, everything. They knew what they were going to bring to the table.
LaBelle lock in real quick. Like, let me try to slow this pace down.
Not the LaBelle, but like I said, I like that. I love that they came with pretty much It was not like what they were going to bring to us was predictable, but well, I would say it was because you knew you were going to get like people like you're going to get Twerk knowing his Christian background and such like that,
for a while
going
too.
to try to like try to attack certain beliefs that Twerk, I mean that's what his name Loso brings about and such like that. And what was the line he had where it's like you're not that one Christian angle, do nothing Christian, and it really like when it shook him,
he shook
great
him.
callback to the chess battle where that line went crazy.
Yeah.
And you even had A-Ward turning his hat to the back like Ash Ketchum and shit.
Hey,
like, boy, stop
Carlos, what's going on here?
Twerk will fold you. Stop that, boy.
Hey,
I love A-Ward. I would love to see Twerk versus A-Ward.
Can we go ahead and make it known that if the 4 Horsemen battle in the same weekend, it's not a good look?
So they both lost.
Like,
yeah.
Not battle weekend, but like they both dropped. Like, because like the battle dropped, like, dang, Horseman got cooked, and RBE is like, dang, the Horseman got cooked.
Vashay, like, what's your Horseman rankings? Because right now, Saga looking like number 1. Saga looking like number 1 right now.
I don't know, man. That Kid Chaos, like, desecration.
Kid Chaos is with them now?
Oh no! Oops!
No,
Oops is with him too.
When Kid Chaos
look how shocked he
Saga.
Oh, I'm about to say.
When Kid Chaos beat Saga.
I mean, they've all lost bad at some point.
I got it. A-Ward,
but
Loso, Saga hymns.
Oops is at the very bottom.
I keep forgetting Oops is with them though.
Because he's supposed to be like not the Christian one. He's supposed to be like the fallen angel kind of. That's like the gimmick, I guess.
Yeah, you lost me with that.
Christopher Daniels. I mean, you gotta ask them one of them niggas. I don't.
Nah, I'm not jocking it.
It's I don't know. Hey.
Ike people, it's just quiet.
I don't really know.
You writer's block for life.
I mean, hey man, I don't know.
It's A-Ward and Saga 1 and 2. Because Loso
Twerk definitely is like this. Hopefully, we don't fall into the cycle again. We probably are where first battle is amazing, and then whatever is next is just like if he fucks up, we're gonna be sitting there like, oh,
what do you foresee?
Like, oh well, you should expect it. It's a never-ending cycle with this shit.
Who do you give Twerk next?
I don't even know, bro.
I think that fade with
I battle so many people on the low, like
him and Top and him and Rock gotta go at it. Him and Rock gotta go at it.
I like those.
They're working on getting that happen.
Him and Ab is supposed to happen. They're working on that.
Sorry. Ab versus Twerk. Ab versus Twerk.
Because that was supposed to set off Smack Volume 5 something crazy.
That's gonna be a battle Ab really needs.
Yeah.
Like he needs that battle to, you know what I'm saying?
Elevate him.
Not to say that he's not looked at it.
When Jay Black posted that, because I mean it's long. It was the majority of the day, but it was really
champion
good.
Should be like an hour and change.
Oh no, that champion was almost 2 hours. It was a hot minute. Like they were. They're
gonna cut that up. They're gonna cut that up.
Twerk, I feel like for Twerk, I feel like if he has to show the same intensity. He needs intensity, integrity, and intelligence. He needs to pick the battle that's going to really highlight what he can do.
Niggas that need to have his 3 eyes.
Intensity, integrity.
Exactly.
It's Rock, Vashay, it's Tay Rock. Tay Rock is going to bring that out of him. Tay Rock will be the one. Tay Rock is, don't forget who Tay Rock is. He's still somewhat of a gatekeeper in that. Geechee, Rum Nitty, all these niggas, all the new stars saw Rock on their way to see Surf. Rock might be that battle for Twerk that brings out this Twerk, this prepared Twerk where he's right and scared. Rock might bring that out of him. Rock is putting on. You seen Rock and Wise in one-rounders.
I don't know what's going on with Rock. He's one of the battle rappers who I've personally kept a little eye on. He always does some weird, goofy shit. Like, he part of the reason why I'm in so many battle rap groups, because you know something weird always pops up with Tay Rock right before some shit's about to happen. It's like, yo, incidents always happen with him where it makes writing against him so easy right before a battle. And then he just comes super focused and eats all of that shit. Yeah, and it's just always like, yo, it's in my head, it's like, yo, if I hear something crazy, if something crazy happens with before Tay Rock's battle, I'm watching the battle. It's like, all right, he's about to snap.
That Geechee battle.
It's like, I don't care.
Geechee spoke on that his entire first round. Rock took the next two. He hopped out of that casket.
So I got a couple questions to before we close the joint up. So I got just to get a good gauge of where y'all think about this shit. So I want to see where y'all feel about some of these guys and what their next venture should be. We already talked about Twerk and such like that. Got you, G. So we already talked about Twerk. You know what I'm saying? We seen like Rock, Av, and who else y'all say? Rock, Av, and somebody else y'all said.
Rock, Av, Twerk.
No, Twerk. No, who should Twerk battle next? It was Rock, Av.
T-Top. T-Top was the next one. They're from the same class and haven't seen each other.
I like those three.
They haven't?
They have not seen each other. Nope. They're from the same class and haven't seen each other.
I think
By the way, T-Top had one of the craziest rounds I've ever heard in my entire life.
That's what I want to talk about that too. How did you guys feel about Mike P versus T-Top? We already know how. We already heard about the third round.
T-Top ain't shit. T-Top ain't shit.
He's the like. I had to put the Black Panther pride though right here. One time, they did him like they supposed to. He's a guest in the culture, not a member of it. Sometimes you gotta treat these niggas like they are the colonists.
Talk heavy. Talk
heavy.
You don't do what they would do to you.
We battle hard.
We don't fight how they fight.
There's no friends in the battle.
We fight more intelligently.
Hands. Like it's Macho Man and fucking Hulk Hogan. And what he found out was that he really met Macho Man.
Stop Hogan?
Oh. No, he shook hands like it's Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, and then realized off bat that hey, he was Macho Man and this nigga was Hogan.
Put the meme up. Put the meme up.
That was a sick reference.
We got it on deck. That was a very sick reference. Oh my god,
bro! I'm taking no shit.
Gino, which one is T-Top?
T-Top is fucking Hogan, pointing at that nigga right now, like you don't know what the fuck I got prepared for you, and your bitch is smiling at me, not you. Recognize this. Recognize. You see the little white boy in the bottom right corner? He looking away like he don't even know you're a victim. He ain't watching. It's too cringy for him.
T-Top's like, you a nigga so bad. I bet you they treat us niggas.
Bro, and sometimes this is why I said, like, yo, get these guests the fuck out of here sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, look, this is family business. Who the fuck told this nigga to stay in the dining room? Get him out.
Send that nigga to the death. Man, Mike B's one of my guys, bro. But nah, T-Top.
I got T-Top taking the first. Mike P been looking shaky since the tournament. He hasn't won a battle since the tournament.
Mike P in this battle, bro.
He hasn't won a battle.
He was saying it was not going to go up against, you know what I'm saying, T-Top at home. And T-Top was on point. You know what I'm saying? The first two rounds, T-Top's first round was crazy. Like Mike wasn't coming like getting that first round. That first round was like how Twerk Dunk was crazy. That's how like Top first round was.
Here's the problem with Mike. He's lived, whether it's him or the fans, he's lived by his second round versus him. and he has died by his second rounds from everybody against him.
Vashay, do you think he's living and dying by angles too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's
living and dying by angles.
He has a Tay-Rock syndrome without Tay-Rock success.
If reciprocity was a person, it's him.
My word for the year is like trying to give out good vibes and good energy for everyone. He made an angle.
That's that DMT shit. Talk that shit.
That DMT.
He made a specific angle for Danny. He wanted everyone to know what Danny is, and he loved the applause. He loved the crowd. He loved everyone talking about.
Called it round of the year. Round of the year.
Battle, round of the year. So the angle or story of the year is Mike P versus Silk Rada and how he responds. So look at every time that has been brought up or around, look what happened. Versus Bill Collector, even versus Sick. It mentioned brought on that too in a whole different way. But it's also how T-Top look, fam. You wanted all this praise and all this stuff. You want all this approval for black folks, but yet you don't want to be. It's the most important of our generation. It's literally Paul Mooney. Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't. Be a nigga, but don't.
I knew you was going with it. I knew you was going there with it. Oh.
And so T-Top was like, all right, cool.
We is
Kangs. We is Kangs. Goddamn it.
Like you related to fucking Charlemagne, not the god, the white guy.
What did Mike P tell B-Dot in their battle? Oh, because I'm one of the good Europeans. He told him that.
Tell him he got that fucking Hun blood, that fucking Mongol shit in him still. We could tell.
Oh, God. So we just gonna skip past that T-Top DM'd him saying, "Don't talk about my girl."
Listen.
Oh, is that DMM? Is that DMM low key?
No, he DM'd Mike P and said, "Don't talk about my girl."
But his girl on camera doing it.
But I was going to say this. I think he might have said, "Hey, don't talk about my girl," because you know what happened the last time the dude tried to talk about my girl. Remember, I brought that girl up.
That was not what he was saying. Don't talk about my joint. I won't talk about yours type shit.
Hey,
is T-Top a grease ball? Is T-Top a slime ball for that?
No, he's a fucking competitor. No one calls Michael Jordan a competitor for giving him fucking Charles.
Michael Jordan was a piece of shit.
Michael Jordan wasn't going in there and saying, "Hey, bro, my ankle's busted. Go light on me on defense."
Right.
And then crossing
Michael
the fuck
Jordan
out of
was sitting there playing golf with niggas and gambling.
Nah, golf is different. I'm not telling you. Yeah, I'm not telling you lighten up on me a little bit on this joint.
Hey,
and then I come over here and then hit you with, what I'm saying, some of my best moves.
To imagine a nigga talking shit about you so that you can have a good game?
Right, look, I personally hate Jordan, but we talking about not the selective few. We gotta talk about the vocal majority.
He was a piece of shit.
The vocal majority didn't think he was a piece of shit until the documentary came out.
No, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't look at Jordan. I don't think what Jordan was doing on the golf court as bad. I don't see that as bad. When Jeff Van Gundy was trying to call him out that, I thought Jeff Van Gundy was wilding. But what T-Top did, I feel that was kind of
But no,
if I say like, yo, don't talk about my kids, don't talk about such and such, and I won't talk about this, and I won't talk about your kids. How most battle rap like, yo, don't bring up kids, I won't bring up kids, right? And the first thing you do in your third round is bring up my kids. What the fuck?
Framing that narrative, right? Barkley.
Push that narrative.
Framing that same narrative. Barkley Jordan, right? Hey, I'm gonna give you this watch. We're gonna be friends. When we play this game, I want you to play me more or less as friends. Because we're good friends. I'm not gonna come at you with animosity. Hey, we're just doing this for the love of the game. May the best team win. Okay. When the game comes, Barkley's sitting there like, yo, Jordan, why you talking shit to me all of a sudden? Oh, you being the dick. You coming at me wild crazy now. Yeah, it's still the same game, still the same level of competition. You already knew this was gonna happen. But I was letting these pretenses that I wasn't getting this heavy competition, Jordan. I was getting competitive, Jordan, but not being the level of animosity where I realized you played a mind game on me and I fell victim.
The reason why I feel it's a little different is because we're dealing with two battlers who can get very personal, just like how Vashay brought it with the second round with Danny Myers when he brought up his wife and the drug shit, and we seen T-Top literally just with the swamp battle getting real nasty about some shit with that shit. Like these dudes can get very personal with some shit. So when they know that they can do that, when they both have angles where they can go really crazy on each other, and one is saying like, yo, let's just X that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And then one ends up, that's slime ball. I think it's very slime ball.
It is slime ball.
I got rebuttal for that too. Give me a second.
T-Top, but isn't T-Top like battle rap Wendy Williams? Like that's
at
kind
this
of
point,
on brand for him.
He always got the T.
It's on brand for him. He always got the Earl Grey like this. Is it not?
My basketball rebuttal in the same year that Jordan won against when Jordan won, right? The first time he beats the
Magic.
The first time he beat
the Pistons.
The Pistons, right? What did he do to beat them? Complained about the physical defense and stuff like that.
He got bulkier though. He got
right. The thing is, if you peep, Chicago after that season became a very physical team.
Yeah,
they became a very hard hitting team. They were considered. The thing is, no one called them dirty because you had the star of the team. You had the best star of the team.
You had King Dirty on the team.
Jordan was a dirty player for a lot of this stuff.
A motherfucker. Yes, he was.
Nut shots, fucking hip shots, taps to your fucking the nerve clusters on your fucking hip to drop you in mid stride and shit like that. Nope. Hey,
that's some specific shit.
I'll say
when you watch it, you know what he's doing.
The T-top round, how he crafted again, how the crowd interacted, bringing someone on stage and be like, look.
Now that was fire.
Another
that
white
was
guy,
fire.
Like you're just another
that was
white
fire.
guy.
I have no
Are you surprised that he used that early? Like, are you surprised that he didn't save that for his third round?
Not because his reactions can help the battle.
I think that's what makes it look like a 3-0 because he does that in his earlier rounds, and his third round is just as potent. It looks like a bad L for Mike.
You have now someone extra on stage whose reactions are going to be in your favor, essentially.
Now that when he brought out the white boy and just his voice made it even like it made the angle even cleaner, yo.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a white boy to talk to the police. I was like, shit.
Then he was talking about the ring car girls. They ain't gonna do ring car girls. They gonna do shit all night. Like everything.
Somebody said that.
You can even hear Mike. I'm gonna win this round. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna win this round because
even Mike P said he lost that battle.
Mike P knows he lost that battle, but he hasn't won the battle since the tournament.
He said it. He said he lost that one, but he still said he would have said about the third round. But like I said, man. It's like there's a lot of shit that come from that joint, but Jaden Nightwing, if Jaden Nightwing like this, man, he definitely needs some start upping his plates up some more now. Like it's starting to come back up, man. It's about time, man. Kid Chaos definitely start upping up his plates.
What I like about Jay,
more challenges.
Style is unique. He'll never be copied. It's like Twerk. His style is him. And when you'll know when niggas take Jay's style, they'll say that's the Jay. It is unique. He is unique.
Did y'all watch his battle versus Danny Myers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, when I think Danny was bringing up
Born Legacy Northwest or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
That was the Jack and Oops. The Jack
battle, that battle, and if you go back and watch Jay versus Emerson Kennedy. Jay has a level going against other West Coast people. Because, again, Jay went against Chilla Jones, a couple years ago, 4 years ago, maybe, something like that. Mm-hmm. Like, he's already used to, the scheme, he's used to it. So, how he's adapted with going against that level of intensity, he's been performing in crowds, but this level,
kind of like Roman Reigns.
He's got different stuff. It's going to be different for Jay.
Yeah, I think his rise is definitely imminent, but guys like Real Sick right now, I'm gonna keep it tall. He's on the verge of having a Geechee Gotti run.
And he's capable of doing that because his performances, the way he's performing, he's only going up, he's ascending with every battle. Just like early Geechee. Remember when
Geechee from the vets is very high from him too. DNA wants smoke with him, heavy.
DNA wants smoke. I think Chaos want to run it back with him. I'm
gonna keep it tall with you. I like him and Verb go at it.
I want to see him and
rap shit. I like to see him and Verb go at it.
Him and B-Dot on the roof, or him and Nitty
crazy too, son. It's a lot of joints that I like to see. It's such an upside. Him JC is sitting right there too. He's calling him out. So I think that should be the next one for Real Sick, in my opinion.
That's Born Legacy.
JC should be that one, and then how it goes from there. And then we, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what them vets are talking about now.
Family, man. I know he's going through a lot right now.
Yes. Blessings to him, man. You know what I'm saying? I know he's had his mom passing and such. So
yeah, I feel like
blessings to his family.
I feel like Easy, Sick, and Jay are your top 3 of the new class. I put Lou and Kick right there, like neck and neck for in regards to being like, you know.
It's Sick, Chaos, and Easy for me. Sick, Chaos, Easy for me as far as the top 3.
I mean, like I said, Jay keep moving how he's moving. He's gonna get his number 1 spot back soon for sure. I'm trying to think, is anything else? I mean, I think it's pretty much it we could talk about for Civil War, man. I still got like some other battles to catch from there, but Vashay, yo, always your love pulling up, man. You gotta pull up again more often, bro. You already know it's always
family.
Hey, man, I just want to show love and support for y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all doing. Stay up, blessed, and you know we all family.
Try and get this nigga Loso on the Xbox parties, bro. This nigga don't want to. He don't want to be talking to niggas. This nigga
I don't talk to niggas. I'm anti-social. I'm anti-social.
Wow, anti-social.
This nigga down there.
Hey, yeah, we need that group chat. We need to hear
this nigga be on Xbox reading Pinot. He be on Xbox reading Pinot ingredients.
No Cuomo. No Cuomo.
While instead doing the Xbox and just watch.
Hey, y'all take it easy.
All
right, bro.
Easy, brother.
And on that note, let's get to the waves.
Oh, you look like you got yours queued up, my nigga.
No, I don't.
All right.
I know mine's is though.
I gotta look for my shit. Oh man, this is always the hard part. Like I could play music randomly, like at the crib dolo, but when y'all put me on the spot to play a wave, I'd be like, I draw blank.
I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to play this joint last week, but we played the Drake records.
Random as fuck too. That we just like follow the pattern at that point.
Well, yeah, I try to always keep the wave within the pattern. Well, I try to keep the wave within the trend of the stuff we was talking about.
Is that me?
No, that's not me.
That's not me.
Oh.
There's 4 lines for $100.
Oh, I am playing. I am. My bad.
This nigga YouTube Red.
Headgear. Renting movies from a store. Running with a CD player. And having one way to buy.
Niggas, you watching the goddamn QVC commercial?
What is this nigga watching?
This nigga watching a QVC commercial.
He fell asleep.
Is this me?
Yes, you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to look for the little joint, bro. I don't know how that shit start playing every time I do that.
I got mine queued up.
All right, go ahead, bro.
So this is off the shout out Arri for putting me on last week. Trust the Sopranos 83 Miami edition. Dropped with Drake. Big Ghost. He handled the production on there. Price of Fame. Yo, this shit sounds like something out of a Miami Vice like episode. Like this is crazy. This is with Klass Murda, Benny the Butcher, and fucking Shay Noir. Shout out Shay Noir, man. He ain't dropping another project.
crazy.
Yo, I said that shit sound like Razor Ramon theme song, like that Miami like cocaine.
It do sound like that
shit.
It do.
Yeah, y'all go pick that up, man. Y'all go stream that, man. Support, man. Big Ghost. That nigga is a master in the boards.
All right, so I got my one queued up. It relates to the theme of this episode, essentially Hollywood divorce by OutKast, Snoop Dogg and Lil Wayne.
Hollywood divorce.
I do not need to hear that. So we can end it there and go on to the next wave.
Damn, that like
my God,
I might go on an OutKast after this, bro. Like,
yo, the hate for Snoop Dogg is real.
That was beautiful though. The timing, right? Don't even hate. Yo, it's like such a level of foresight and thought. Like, bro, you know how. Anyway, so that being said,
So I got my wave ready,
Lo
man.
didn't even catch it. Lo didn't even see what happened.
I didn't catch it.
I've seen that shit. Cause I was like, what?
You gotta put that on the clip. That's definitely a clip, bro.
That's hilarious, yo. All right, so my joint is off the new Duckwrth EP. It's great. This is called 4K.
Second time
Fable, not our Fable, some other dude named Fable. But here we go.
I got caught with that before.
What's the name of the song?
Yes, sir. Go check out that new EP. It's great.
Shit, that birthday suit shit is still my joint.
I told bro got different bags he be in, bro, on the low for real.
That Goku bar was fire. I
can't
like that.
I like that when that coffee. I was like, oh shit. Okay. Okay. All right. I like this.
What you got? You got one?
Drake and Jay.
Love all.
Ooh, pound cake.
I was gonna do Into Deep, but it's like, nah, I've been bumping that heavy.
I was gonna do Way Too Sexy, but I was like, everybody gonna play a Drake record again today?
Nah, I was like, yeah, I can't do that. But I was like, you know what? Then I was gonna play Idols Become Rivals, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do that.
That's a good name. That's a good name for the episode, though.
That was what I was gonna name it.
Whoa. I thought we were doing Kangs. What's going on?
We is Kangs.
Oh my goodness, you said it was ready to leave. That's why he had the Black Panther shirt on. See how me and Arri just randomly have Black Panther shirts on, and here he goes. He's dressed like a Latin king, and that's what it is. That's what it is. It's a different type of Kang. It's the same beast, but a different animal. That's that Kobe. That's that Kobe.
Let's listen to this record, man. Love All with not featuring Jay-Z, with Jay-Z.
Yeah,
with Jay-Z. Dope record, man. Let's get into this joint.
Previously on Ready to Die.
I love once again, that nigga, whoever's Hov was talking about, get out of Dodge, please.
Run, leave.
You already know, man, where to follow us. Get Your Bars Off podcast, all streaming platforms. Check out our last episodes, man. Check out our
always makes me just get into a deep thought, bro.
Son, trying to taste that beat, bro. But yeah, son, definitely check out our all out reaction and recap on YouTube that we did yesterday, man. Definitely that was fun. And you know what I'm saying? Follow us on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Twitter, all of that good stuff, man. Follow us on our respective platforms. Follow my man on ANG Gaming, on all that stuff, man. High Exotic on Facebook. All the good stuff, man. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Vashay for pulling up. Yeah, right. Everybody in the chat, big shit. You know what I'm saying? Gang activities. Can I get it too sweet? Yes, sir. And we out on that note, man.